Welcome back to another episode 99 of the Spittin Hoops podcast. One off
Okay.
100, kind of crazy. If you are watching this, actually we had a problem. We had some technical difficulty. I didn't even tell Anthony about this, so I'm really sorry. But we had some technical difficulties in our last pod. And for some reason, I've not been able to export it from my editing thing, so I'm still figuring that out. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to just do a combo pod with this. Hopefully, you'll be seeing this right before the Celtics game 7 happening tonight, which Anthony and I will be talking about. So just wanted to say all that. And yeah, so actually now we're actually gonna have episode 98 be playing. If you want to see episode 99, you can skip to an hour 21 in the episode right now. We're back again after the last podcast, which, by the way, my favorite titled podcast. I think it was Wilt Bam Sporkle, which pretty thought that was pretty good, guys. So show me some love in the chat, Loki.
It's like a Mad Libs.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually like at that point it's so separated from like Wilt, Kobe, Jordan. Or who's third? Wilt, Kobe.
Wilt.
Yeah,
But who is not David Thompson? David Robinson. One of
dude.
them.
Yeah, I
We
think
should
so.
know
I think
this.
you're right. We should know this. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Especially it's similar to the topic of the quiz we're about to do. Speaking of which, so today's
Let's go.
podcast, kind of a mixed bag. We're gonna hold off on full All NBA awards slash playoff previews. Feel like we can knock that out in a podcast once the season ends really quick. Um, but we're gonna do a quiz, and then we're gonna do like a mailbag section, and we're gonna talk about MVP because that's not gonna change in the last 2 days, which might also give you an idea of how we're feeling about it. Maybe I'm speaking for Anthony. I don't know. But yeah, so like that's I think everything we're gonna get into. Anthony, you got anything to add before we jump into the quiz?
Jason Tatum is back in Madison Square Garden, baby. Let's go. Let's
He
ride.
is.
Let's ride. I don't know what this quiz is. Max has not informed me, and let's just do it.
That's right. So this is probably one of my favorite quizzes I found on Sporkle. The top 300 single season top scoring single seasons in NBA history. By the information we're getting here is great. Actually, this is why I really like the
So
quiz. So you had
helpful.
team year points. So with 300, we should get this.
Yeah, we should.
So yeah, we should. We'll see. So with this, there's a 20-minute timer. I think on our last quiz we did pretty well. We missed like 12 with like 115 out of 115 on the All NBA quiz or whatever it was.
Hmm.
But I feel like we can. I think we can do this.
Yeah, let's rip it.
All right, let's just start from the top.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, I like that it goes from Philadelphia Warriors to San Francisco Warriors, like two
Yeah, it's
seasons apart.
accurate.
That's pretty cool.
Uh,
Wonder who that could be. Jordan.
yeah. I was laughing. That would have been bad. Is this McAdoo?
Yo!
That's
Okay, shout out McAdoo. Uh,
uh, Abdul
oh,
Jabbar.
yeah. Oh,
Harden already.
Giannis. Oh, hard. Oh, yeah, what was it? Uh,
Bear?
yeah, that'd be Bears. Oh, is that young
TC.
Taney Archibald?
Oh yeah, that is so true.
Led the league in
Great
points and
season.
assists.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
season. Uh,
he had a
West
great career. Or Baylor.
Baylor.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, damn, we're doing great
We're
already.
cooking.
Okay, OKC 13-14, Durant,
Gotta be KD. It's gotta be
Durbin,
George. Young
Westbrook,
Westbrook.
Malone.
Damn. I love that. It always
Yeah,
populates with Moses. The Chicago Packers. Is that Walt Bellamy? Let's have a little Bellamy.
Demon.
Little Bellamy action.
Dude, have you seen this? Actually, we'll talk about it after this. There's a guy who does sporkles on TikTok, and Twitter thinks he's cheating, bro. That's the
Oh,
vibe.
oh, is it the Nerd Sesh dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carson something. The guy who was
Carson Wentz,
roast.
yeah.
Yeah, he. Okay, back to the quiz. Utah
Yeah.
81-82.
That's Stanley. That's Adrian.
Yes, my
The free throw
goat.
merchant.
St. Pettit.
St.
85,
Petty.
86. Denver
Young
Thompson. Oh,
Alex English.
Oh, duh. 80s. Shouldn't know.
You know
Point Jewish.
he's the lead leaguer for points scored in the 80s. Alex English.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's crazy.
the great stat actually.
Yeah.
Um
Uh,
Hawks,
Young Wilkins.
yeah, Wilkins. Dude. I always get hit Lenny and Dominique just in the
Oh
last name
yeah,
spellings. I get mixed up so bad.
yeah. The Evers
Wade,
the end. Wade
yeah, Robbins.
Robbins. Damn yeah, we're
Detroit
cooking. We're already halfway
Stackhouse.
done. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jerry. I just saw a stat just because we got a lot of time. I just saw a stat that Kate Cunningham has had back-to-back seasons with 1,500 points, and he's the first Piston to do it since Jerry Stackhouse, who did it 3 years in a row.
That's crazy. Larry Stackhouse,
Shout
by
out
the
to
way,
Kate.
great coach, by the way, randomly. A defensive coach, actually. I don't know if you knew this. He's a defensive coach in the NBA.
Wait, is he a head coach? No, he's
No,
not.
he's like an assistant coach, but he specializes on defensive stuff, which is like really ironic to me.
I
Like,
love that.
it's like really funny.
That's fire.
Um,
All
93,
right.
94.
Yeah, that could be Shaq or
Oh
maybe
yeah.
Penny, but probably Shaq. Okay. Get Hardaway just in
Yeah.
case. Oh no. Oh damn.
Oh, Curry right here. Oh, they do a
Go.
star for active too. That's great.
Oh, that's helpful.
70, 71.
Is that Elvin Hayes on the San Diego Rackets? Rackets.
Co. Co.
And then Patty Ewing,
Yeah. And then this is Arenas.
Gilbert,
Cowens?
or maybe
Cowens.
Havlicek.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get. I don't even think I don't think Cowens ever averaged over like 21 or 22. That was like the weird seasons.
Yeah, yeah. Like the 2010, like 20 and
Yeah,
10 was his thing.
and the
Um,
game pacing was
the 70s. This is interesting. Cincinnati. Is this like a Cliff Hagan type? I don't and or like a Paul Arizin.
that was
I
literally
just
what I was
never
saying.
know
Nah, but
these
Arizin
guys.
was on the Warriors.
Niels Johnston.
Oh, I actually think that's.
Ah, this is gonna hurt when it populates. All right, maybe we come back.
I
Who'd
did
you get?
Smith. It didn't work.
Oh,
Jones. Okay.
hell yeah. All right, we got somebody. All right,
Um,
Dallas. Is
Dallas
that?
80.
Oh, my namesake, Mark Aguirre,
Yeah.
Aguirre. 2 R's, 1 G.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah. Okay, 61, 62. Is that Frazier? No. Is that who's the
Smokes.
big ass center?
Wait, sorry. Is the Cincinnati team? Is that Dolph Shays? Why? Yes. No. Or Jack Twyman? Jack Twyman. Come on. Twyman. Come on. Come on.
Dude, dude, I
All
have
right.
no idea. I have no idea who like some of these 60s guys played for. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a
Cincinnati.
pull.
Yeah, dude, because they do have a chip.
Dude, I need to clap them. I need
Um,
clapping emojis in the chat.
let's go. All right. Is
Knicks
this Dave
61.
DeBuscher?
Oh yeah, I think it is.
Um,
Debouche.
or no, it wouldn't be Billy Cunningham. I think he was.
Who's that white dude who played power forward? Jerry Lucas? No.
That'd be crazy. All right,
I
should we
don't
come
think
back
I
to
don't even
that?
think it was that's what his name was. Yeah, we should come back to it. Who's the center though? Who's the center on their 70s? And
Willis Reed.
that's too late. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
61,
earlier.
62.
All right,
It
should
it,
we?
it, it is that DeBuscher team though, I think.
The Busher's a tough name. How do you spell the Busher? Is it? Oh, is it Richie Guerin? Guer, 1 R. Come on, dude. Come on. All right. Come on.
Demonic performance. That's crazy.
Go.
A bird.
Larry.
It's crazy. English, who else?
I think this is Kiki Vandeweghe.
Yeah, it is. Demon.
All right.
Total turnstile on defense. 76, 70 New Jersey Nets. That's
No, not Jets. New Orleans Jazz, bro.
oh North.
Before they were the Utah Jazz.
Yo,
And
I have
Cutie,
no. I who?
Maravich. Mara with an A.
Dude, he played in. I didn't know he was in New Jersey
Yeah,
for
he
those
was in
years.
Utah. New Orleans, New Orleans.
or New Orleans. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, the
before they moved.
NOJ just threw me off so hard.
Yeah,
It
it
literally just
messes. It
that just
messes.
messed up my brain so hard.
Mm.
Uh,
All right, is this Dr. J or Barkley? Probably one of those two. Ley. Yeah. All right,
dude, I cannot
still
spell that.
cooking.
Uh, okay. Allen.
88, 89, bro. Is this Dale Ellis?
Oh, I was thinking 99. I gotta lock
Oh,
in. I was thinking I was guessing a decade off. 71, 70
three.
Chambers? No, he was.
Oh, nice. Good pull though. Is this
I thought it was
Spencer?
Sigma.
Is this Spencer
Haywood?
Haywood?
Nice. You're
Come on,
good.
dude.
78, 79. We kind of need to lock in. 78.
Chargers. Let's toss out
Ah,
like the World B
80s.
Freeze and the Dave Bings. Get those
Great.
guys out the way.
Oh, literally the next two
Come
guys.
on. Always bet on Bing and Free.
Uh,
Oh, IT, my goat, my
yeah.
king, my glorious king. Ah,
Uh, 85, 86. This is pre-prime room TMC.
845 before Mullen.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, well, he's there though, so
yeah, yeah. That is
uh
pre. Is
Richmond.
that's pre Hardaway, right? No, we already tried Hardaway. Oh, that's so annoying, bro. This better not be the one. Um,
I should know this. This is so bad.
should we keep
This is
going?
just like the horrible years. Yeah, we should
I
keep
know.
going.
All right, yeah, let's get these guys out of the way. Drexler.
Uh God, that's so annoying. 93, 94 Houston. Oh wow, this is wrong. OKC 18, 19.
Oh, classic. His best year. PG. Paul George.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then this is Trey Young.
He was third in MVP voting that year. Uh, Young
Nowitzki,
Dirk. Classic. Never high score.
Pierce,
Goat.
West, Chamberlain, Baylor,
Oh, Gail Goodrich.
Demon.
Come on. Oh, that's me.
You love that.
they
You love that.
got
21,
my
20.
first name and my last name. 21, 22. Zach LaVine. DeRozan, bro.
Sorry, I beat you there.
Yeah, he
Glenn
did.
Rice,
Glenn Rice, goat.
970.
Billy Cunningham.
Yeah,
If
Demon.
not, let's go. Okay.
Davis,
Yeah.
Carter,
Nice.
Walker. Uh, this is the Malone.
Is it? Oh, Irving.
Whatever.
Dr. J. E.
Oh,
To start, yeah. Another one of
okay.
those.
Deal. Finley. Oh,
Or Michael. Oh. Wait.
oh. I
Tim
guess we.
Duncan.
I
Damn.
just skipped Tim Duncan because I thought we got him already. Oh, 405.
Is that stat? The Hall of Famer, Mars Stoudemire?
It, I think it's two. Damn, no, that's right. Booker here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wait. Oh,
oh no,
Philly.
I was Philly. I was going
Yeah.
too
Seen
fast.
the Phoenix. I mean, that's the GOAT Embiid.
Yeah.
Best player in the world for 15 games. Oh, this is disgusting.
Indiana 76.
Okay, so this is like right post merger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they got that George McGinnis guy, McGinnis. Dang.
I
Okay,
really
that
thought this was gonna be.
that might be a comeback around
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Let's keep it moving, keep it pushing. We're doing well though.
Blue
Lillard,
time.
Hayes, Unseld.
Oh, Earl Monroe.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Dandridge though. That's a good shout. Okay.
16, 17. That's Towns?
Wait, that's
Uh,
crazy. If he hasn't been on here since,
who?
like that's
Towns?
like a decade ago he did it, and he hasn't done it since.
Yeah. But he hasn't had the keys to a team since then,
That's
right?
that's a good point.
71,
Uh,
72 Detroit. And
Bob
it's not
Lanier.
bad. Yeah. Demon. This is the same guy. Or no, it's not the
Se-
same guy because
72, 73. Oh, we got we didn't.
no, we didn't.
Jones. Oh, I feel like you did
This is
know a
a
piece about
pull.
this guy. This is a poll.
71-72. Holy shit.
Okay, I'm gonna just toss out. Could you scroll down in case maybe? But Dan
Yeah.
Issel, was he one of those? I came back from the ABA. No. Okay. Um,
Damn.
I know.
Some of these guys, dude, some of these mergers. The Warriors 84-85 though.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one. I should definitely.
All right. Well, let's keep going at least.
Yeah.
Um,
Boston 21-22.
Tatum, go. Welcome back. The Warriors 0-1.
Jameson.
Jameson, demon.
70-71 Bulls.
Oh,
Dude.
Bob Boozer. No. Artis Gilmore.
Yeah.
No.
Who's shooting the rock? Who was shooting the rock for them?
Who was scoring like that? Dang, that's annoying.
Damn. Dude, we
And
gotta
and
shore up
they
on
played and the next year too. The 71-72. Lenny Wilkins.
dude, yeah, like
Oh,
I'm not gonna I can't get any of these, bro.
would that be Lou Hudson though for
Yeah.
the Atlanta team?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh
Portland in the early 70s.
oh, what's his face? The big. Or is that
You
too?
don't
Oh,
think
that's too early.
that's too early, Ben? Bill almost really score like that. Um,
R.I.P.
uh, did Gus Williams ever score like that? Williams?
Damn.
No? Okay, that's too bad.
Sorry, I'm seeing one down here that I think I know. Oh five oh
Yeah.
six Milwaukee
Is that
Red.
Michael Red? Nice. Yeah, dude, he
Yeah.
tweets like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Bernard King
Nice.
and then D Rose.
Damn,
Who?
I
Wait, we're
was
missing. Oh, there's more. Okay, good.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Where are we? 70. See the Chicago 70s and wins.
yeah. Well, let's keep going and then see if we can get back to that.
70-71 Portland. We already skipped
Yeah.
that. 80-89. Uh
Regis.
yeah, Reggie Miller.
Regis.
On to Doku.
Antetokounmpo. Let him play. Free my man.
Yeah, deadass.
78-77 Phoenix. Another one
Fuck, dude.
for these musty ass Phoenix teams. Ron Harper? Was he like that?
I
Oh,
really thought it was Jack Sigma, bro. I keep typing it because I keep thinking it's him.
Sigma. Yeah, he was on the Sonics.
Yeah. Him and Chambers, I thought would have
Yeah,
picked up
and
half of
you did
those.
pull Chambers earlier,
Yeah.
and he was a decade
Kevin,
later.
yeah, Kevin Johnson's too late.
Oh, nice. Well, that worked for some.
Oh,
Would like
nice.
Rudy Tomjanovich work? Tom Johnovich, yeah. Okay. Or who are those like Van something brothers? Van Arsdale? Uh, uh, Arse Dale, Dale. Oh, darn. Or maybe okay, whatever. Um, let's keep going though. Let's get K Love in there.
Yeah, good call. Let's keep going.
Shay,
86-89 Boston, Mikhail,
yeah, nice.
Parrish.
Yeah, Portland's back. That's so annoying.
Denver 21-22. Yep. Detroit 87-89.
George Yardley. Wait, why are there more than just 2000? Or oh, this is just top.
You're a deep, you bro. That's crazy.
Dude, this silly 69-75.
Dude, these yeah.
Oh, no.
0304 Minnesota
K
Garnett.
K Chisholm.
Yeah, it's literally all these.
Hal Greer.
Oh. Okay, 9
Oh,
left.
it's another Portland.
So
And two
it's
of
the
them
same
are
guy.
Chicago and yeah.
So
It's Chicago,
Phoenix,
Portland, Phoenix.
Yeah, if we can get those.
All right, 3 minutes. Van Arsdale. All right, I swear I'm not um, cheating, but how do you spell Nick Van Arsdale? Nick Van Arsdale. Oh, okay. Try Dick Van Arsdale. Arsdale. Oh, okay. Okay. That's too bad. Hmm. Dang, bro.
No, let me cook. Let me cook. Dude, these early 70s. This is my
This
admitted
is the yes, same.
admitted week.
This is
Cleveland
the
80-81 though. This is Mark Price and someone else.
Brad Daugherty, but I think that he was later.
We already did billing.
Oh, dude, these names are gonna suck.
Who played with Walton on those 70s teams? That's probably just who it was. Just can't remember.
I feel like that nerd sesh guy, if he ever watches this, is just gonna be shaking his head, screaming at the camera, saying what
No,
they
I'm
are.
not gonna lie though. The Warriors 85-86 one is bad. Like that's a top 150 scoring season, low key. We should have
I
that.
know, dude. And we got the Smith and the
That's
Johnsons
my
and
alleged
the
favorite team.
Joneses.
Yeah.
We got Jones. We got White. Do we get Rolando Blackman?
No, we don't.
Was he ever
No,
doing
that's
things?
it's
No,
too late.
that's too late. That's too bad.
Dude, really? No. We already. Dandridge didn't play for any of those teams. I thought he was either.
Not
No, we
Terry
just.
Cummings. Do we think
Oh
Terry Cummings
yes.
might have been doing something with someone?
Damn.
Not the Bucks, of course, and not
Uh,
Sidney Moncrief. He was not a scorer like that. It's amazing to know Isaiah Thomas, the OG.
Thompson. We already said Thompson.
What about Calvin Murphy? I know he was on the Rockets mainly, but
Yeah.
or like Maurice Cheeks
Cheeks might be a good one.
or Andrew Toney, EY. Oh yeah, um, literally just tossing out names. Dude, the early 70s for the Blazers. Well, if nothing else, Nate Thurmond. If nothing else, we get a lesson in history here. I hope it's not.
Uh, dude, I think one or two is gonna be the ones we should have gotten.
Yeah, we just got to take this L.
Yeah, we
All
just gotta
right,
take
hey,
this
that's
out.
that's it's not bad. All right, let's see who we missed.
Purvis short.
Purvis
Yeah, I
Short,
should have got that. Okay, these other ones though, I don't feel that bad.
Charlie Scott, Jeff Petrie,
Okay, so
Billy
let's
Knight.
start.
Okay,
Purvis
yeah,
short, Billy
should
Knight with 17th
maybe
Indy. I was probably kicked on that. Charlie Scott,
Charlie
don't.
Scott did not know that.
Josh,
Jeff Petrie didn't know him.
did he? Sorry, I'll look him up later. I want to see if he how long he lasted. Paul Westfall.
Paul Westphal should have got that. Mike
Mike Mitchell
Mitchell could have
probably.
got that, but I feel like he's no more for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Sidney Wicks, nah.
Sydney Wicks,
Connie
no. Connie
Hawkins, the
Hawkins.
name, sure.
And Josh
Okay,
Petrie. Okay. Don't feel that
all
bad.
right.
All right, let's bring it back to the regular view. Okay.
Jalen Brown will be on that next year, and Shea will be too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they definitely both score more than 2K, or Shea for sure,
Shay for
and
sure.
Luca. Wait, no Luca.
Oh, I wonder how updated it is.
Maybe
No, but
it's
I
not
actually don't
because there's no
know.
Giannis
No, but I don't know. I don't think a lot of these dudes have like
like played enough games type.
Luca has to have though, right?
One of
I'm
those
I'm
seasons,
looking.
yeah,
Points.
must
Yeah,
have.
yeah. This probably it probably hasn't been updated for a while.
Oh
It
well.
hasn't been probably hasn't been updated since 2022. Damn. Anyways, the pot. Let's be real. If it was updated, it would have knocked out at least one, if not two or three, of the ones we got wrong. So it's a fraudulent podcast, fraudulent quiz. I want to recount.
Recount. Many famous
Um,
people have said that. All right. So, Max, I wanted to share some random thoughts with you and just hear what you have to say.
I'm here for it.
Do you know what? Let's start fun. So I saw this tweet and it talked about how the NBA has two leagues. There's the A League and there's the B League. Have you seen this tweet?
I have not seen this tweet. Is this about the tanking teams?
This is about the tanking teams. So the A League are all the teams that have clinched the top 10 spots in each conference for the last 6 games or so. Like it's been pretty much confirmed.
Hmm.
And the B teams are the ones who are out. And they're so far out that they have no hope of catching up, and they haven't had a hope of catching up. Matter of fact, if you go look at the standings right now, you will see that the 11th seed and the 10th seed in both conferences are like more than 10 games behind one another. So I decided to start making some money off of it because I saw another stat that said that when a B League team plays an A League team, they always lose. They're
Like every
like 3-70 in their last few games.
so do you just systematically bet
So I
now
just
every time?
parlay it, and then you get like a six leg with plus 230 odds. I checked tonight, there are no all the games are A and A or B and B. Um, so that's my first random thought.
So that's good.
If I mean it's good for my wallet, it's not good for the NBA though.
Yeah, that is true. That is
We
true.
shouldn't have a B league.
Yeah.
Like if you look at some of the rosters of these teams, like Memphis, Ja just like he's just done. Jaren Jackson, obviously done. No Anthony Davis, no Trae Young. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least
I
good
think.
flex
Sorry, you
going.
want me to? Sorry, I guess that. Do you want me to react to the tanking stuff, or do you want me to react to like I guess that idea of the A and the B league? Because I think that A and B league idea is 100% true. Like it doesn't take a genius. Like it's just like a watching the league type thing where you can tell that the Bucks, Bulls, Nets, Pacers, Wizards, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Mavs, Kings, Jazz are playing a different. Like they're just playing at a level of competitiveness that's not there with the top 20 teams.
Yeah,
Like objectively
yeah,
would challenge people to look at some other sports where that happens as well. That's like kind of my counterpoint to it's initially where I'm like, yeah, like once the season's over, the season's over. I think that happens in a lot of sports. But I definitely don't think it's good where like you're saying, it's happening systematically. It's not the Jazz will just never beat the Warriors. And I think this really kind of came to a head
right.
last night with this. I'm sure some of you guys saw this Kings Warriors game where the Kings just threw the game. Like they
Yeah,
fouled Steph. So that's Steph. The coach made a bad call allegedly, but they basically fouled Steph to give Steph the lead so that they could draw an out of bounds play before time expired. But you don't foul someone to put them on the line to give them the lead. Like you just play defense.
right. Yeah,
You just play. Yeah, like it's a really insane circumstance. Actually, I'd welcome anyone to go watch it. But like the league investigated it, and I really think it underscores kind of those sentiments where it's like, it's just like, dude, like you're not even your team. And by the way, when we're saying this, I don't think any of the players are not trying when they're on the court. I think the
yeah.
powers that be create situations where Alex Sarr plays for 20 minutes in the Wizards game against Bam when Bam is 83 and Alex Sarr has 30 and 10 in 20 minutes and he never subs back in. That's not his fault. He was hella good when he played. It's like he also couldn't guard Bam, to be fair, but I'm just using that as an example,
Nobody
right?
could, but yeah.
So
Did
I
you see
think
the
like,
one? Was
yeah,
it the Nets? You see the one where the Nets like they had like 3 seconds left and they were down by two, like they're down by 2 points in the fourth quarter, and they passed it in the backcourt, and then he shot it from the other side of the court with like 3 seconds left. He didn't even dribble up.
I did not see that. That's
He
crazy.
just launched it. I think it was against the Warriors too, and they start laughing. They're like, "All right, bro,
Dude,
you
I
can
did
have
not.
it." They're like, "Yeah."
That's crazy. See, like that stuff like that is
So
crazy to me because like if you hit that game winner as a player, like yeah, like you're kind of getting screwed out of an opportunity of a life changing situation. If you hit a game winner
right.
against the Warriors from three,
Hmm.
do you remember Matt Ryan, that white dude on the Lakers who hit a game winner like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
He's
he had
never been
it
in the league, and he's never been in
right,
the league since then. Like he
right.
played, I think he played for the T-Wolves for like 2 weeks. Like, So, anyways,
It
that's my example though, where it's like you're kind of robbing a lot of real life people an opportunity when stuff like this happens, especially at the institutional level. If tanking is happening where you're blowing up your team, I actually don't have a problem with that. The tanking is a problem when the coach is in on it.
right.
Yeah. And like that's why promotion relegation and other like European sports is so good because you can just never the coach can never be on it because he can never
Right.
like like you can have worse and better seasons, which you also always have to hold a baseline, right? But that can never happen in American franchise sports, right? So there's kind of a problem here, and I actually don't yeah, I don't know what the solution is, to be honest. Actually, the more we go on with it, the more I'm kind of like, let's not do anything. Let's just fine everyone more. Like your coach should not have a directive from the front office to tank.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. But like then if they're like, hey, you have to
That's the key.
pull these players or you can't play these players. Yeah. No, you're right.
Then
There's
your whole front office, the moment if that's ever said or implied, your whole front office should be like in jail because
yeah.
that means you're throwing games.
Because
If
let
because
let
if you blow up your team because long term there's an advantage to blow up your team that makes like that's fine. But on a day-to-day basis saying we need to lose, like that's a problem. And I also think
Mhm.
teams don't get rewarded for that in the long run. Like you don't create a culture that creates winning that can win a
Right.
championship, but usually you can get damn close. Like usually even without that culture you get damn close. So I don't know. Um,
Yeah. I mean it's teams like the Heat that are always at least trying to get to the play-in that have made the finals last couple of years.
the
Um,
the Thunder never truly tanked,
they
despite
had
whatever.
1 year, but yeah.
They had 1 year, but
But they weren't
I'm cool. Listen, if everyone just tanked one in 1 year, league would be great.
right.
If everyone tanked once every 10 years, we just have three tanking teams a year. I can survive
Right.
that. But like that's the issue is I mean realistically the issue is like the quadruple repeat offenders. It's the
Yeah.
like
The
eh,
Wizards, the Nets.
the Wizards it's bad, but I think the Wizards and Nets like the thing is the Wizards and Nets are tanking worse than the Kings, but the Kings are the types of teams that the league should look at, and it's like you're creating like a uncompetitive vacuum,
Right.
and
The
I think
Jazz too.
yeah, Jazz
You
are a
just
pretty
know
good
the
one to be honest.
Bulls, like the Bulls. I mean, this year at least, the Bulls have been playoff contenders for ages, but
Yeah. It
you
actually
know what
makes it
else?
worse when you have these teams that try to like make the playoffs and are in the middle because then they beat down on all the bad teams and no bad team convinces themselves they're a playoff team. Like, like the Blazers got kind of close last year and then they're like, "Oh, we're buying. We're kind of a playoff team."
Right.
Like, like the issue is when you have all these like Bulls and when the Pistons were getting the 8th seed and the Magic were getting the 8th seed, like that's sorry, this is now I'm on a tangent. But when you get those teams, that's the real problem. And actually like the the way the league is set up right now, like I'm not too against it. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
like we're game 80 and having 20 competitive teams, it could be worse. That said, though, I am using the term competitive pretty loosely because I think there are teams like the Warriors who are just like done.
Yeah. I mean, but this was happening in like February. That's the thing. Like this is
Yeah, I agree. That's fair. But like last year, like, do you remember like was it last year? Like the Mavs weren't they having like a race to get out of the play-ins or like? I mean, yeah,
oh
I mean,
yeah.
they
And they
literally,
ended up in it anyways,
yeah.
kind of thing.
And then what? 3 years ago, they tried to do the same thing, got fined for it. Like I don't remember,
And they got
or was it?
rewarded. They got Cooper
Yeah,
Flag.
yeah, yeah. Last year. Oh, yeah, that was last. Sorry, that was last year when they did that.
Wait, hear this
Anyway,
out. Could this team win a championship? Only playoff B League players. Starting lineup of Giannis,
yes,
Michael
probably.
Porter Jr., Siakam, AD, yeah, Trae Young. That's only in the East.
Yeah, yeah.
Ja,
Lori starting on that team.
Laurie, Jared
Giannis,
Jackson.
Lori front court.
Like, did
That's
Zion, Trey
two seven
Murphy?
footers. Yeah, wait, yeah. Wait, let me build this team for you really quick. Walk with me. Yeah, fuck. Siakam's got to be there though. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean,
Siakam, Laurie, Giannis,
front court, yeah,
and
and
then
then
you
back
can
court.
play anyone in the backcourt. Actually, Laurie is not that good on defense.
Michael Porter Jr. is a shooting guard,
Oh my God, he loved that. And then Trey
and
Young
then
as a point.
oh, Trae Young, maybe Dejounte Murray, maybe Ja.
Honestly, I was about to say DeJounte's been like really good. Honestly,
So
imagine starting DeJounte Murray with Trae Young off the bench. Cold world, cold world.
that'd be kind of fun if like instead of like the 10th seed, there's an 11th seed, and it's just the worst five
The
teams in the
All
Eastern
Stars.
Conference get to make their team and then be a playoff playing team
Yo,
and just see how
I
far they
like
go.
that. I like that. You do it for like each conference.
Right. Like this year
Uh,
you get Giannis, you get Michael Porter Jr., you get Pascal Siakam. You could say Trey and AD, come back, be healthy. Alex Sarr.
Okay,
Uh,
what walk with me here? What if we did ladder playoffs where we just had every teams in the playoffs, but like the 15 we just have like the or like the play-ins, sorry. All the non-playoff teams are in the play-ins and you just
yeah.
go game by game and the 15th seed plays the 14th seed. Winner of that game plays the 13th seed. Winner of that game plays the 12th.
Oh my
So like
gosh.
theoretically, like if you could tank out the season and like your lottery odds locked before that. And then if you're the Jazz, you're just like, I demon mode. Like, let's win five straight.
Yo. All right,
You
Walker
know
Kessler, get back in here.
because there's a soccer league that does that actually for their promotion. They'll take like for their play-ins. That's what they'll do is they'll take like for what the way it would work is the 10th seed and 9th seed would play each other. Then the winner of that game would play the 8th seed, and the winner of that game would play the 7th seed. Like they kind of do it the reverse way in the NBA.
Build it up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So could you just expand the play-in and have some fun with that and just do a little like that?
Yeah.
Well, could you do that and then tie in your idea where those teams have to win? Okay, now we're way too far gone. Now we're
Dude, I like the All-Stars. That's a weird idea. But I also like this like soccer.
well,
I
you could
mean,
do the All
relegation.
Stars. You could do the all relegation. Just can't work. It sucks.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. And like maybe instead of expanding, we cut down to 28 teams or 26, and then we have a little expansion league with Seattle and Vegas, and then we take the two worst teams, the three worst teams in each conference in 3 seasons, and we drag them into this worst
Expansion.
league. And
And
then
then
you
we just
have to
well,
rally your way up.
what if we just had 20 and 20, Div 1, Div 2, and we just start expanding. Like
We just lean into A and B league.
and then we get the all the NBA Europe teams. Oh, then we're now three. We have a
Dude,
level because you saw this NBA Europe stuff.
like they're trying to expand.
Yeah, did you see? Well, I think they're gonna merge with the Euro League. I think what happened is that the
Oh
NBA
shit.
threatened to do a huge NBA Europe thing, and then the Euro League got scared and really came to the table with some concessions, and they want to almost make the NBA Euro League, and like that would be a partnership. The issue is European teams are all independent, right? So that's kind of
Right.
like always going to be a weird thing, but that would be like the Champions League's equivalent, you know.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Like NBA franchises in Europe playing against like Real Madrid, or Real Madrid joins the
What if it's
NBA
they'll be in the
affiliate.
division? I mean, what if Real Madrid can get promoted? Like, what if Real Madrid gets promoted like three straight seasons and they go from
Yo,
the Euro, the NBA Euro League to the NBA Div 2 to the NBA, you know?
that's crazy. Yeah, I like that idea, man.
That would be electric. And then we can keep expanding. Because then also what would happen is slowly the leagues would stop being geographic. So then you'd just have
Right,
NBA 1, NBA 2, NBA 3, NBA 4, and you could
right.
just like build it down from then. The issue is then
Yeah.
Adam Silver would be the world's like most powerful man. Like he would be
And
controlling like a
dude, yeah,
monopoly of like, you know, $100 billion of like commercial revenue yearly under
insane.
him.
He like has as much influence as like the guys who run Card Island.
Which child? What'd you
Just
say?
just that guy that, he spins Adam Silver spins slowly in the evil chair with the cat in
Oh
his
yeah,
lap.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And yeah, just
I can see that.
dude, he's on his way. All right. Can I hit you with a couple other like just thoughts?
Yeah, hit me with a few thoughts and let's hit
All right.
MVP.
So we have our 100th podcast coming up soon, so I'll talk about this more. I'm actually going to research it, but I can't stand the 65 game rule thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't like that Luca might not be on. I don't like that Anthony Edwards won't be on. I don't think it's cool. I think you should just be able to vote for teams or for players based off of how much they play and leave it at that. Um,
Um, I agree.
okay.
Can I
Oh,
give you my take is I think like the voter should just be able to decide.
yes.
Like if you average 50 and 30 for 40 games, I want to be able to vote for you as MVP.
Yeah.
Like if Wilt Chamberlain resurfaced tomorrow, but he tore his ACL game 42,
Mhm.
I would want to be able to vote for him MVP if I felt that way. Like, you know.
Yeah. Right. Or if like the his team starts out 10 and 10 or 15 and 15, he comes back and they go on like a 40 to 10 run to finish the season.
Yeah. The issue is I think the league wanted to make a standardized system since these players are there's so much of their money is contingent on these awards with the Supermax stuff.
Mm,
Just like also like just get rid of the Supermax. Like
maybe.
my hot take is just the incumbent team should just have a higher ceiling, but you just it shouldn't be like a like if you want to keep a guy for 70 million, like keep your guy for 70 million, but it doesn't matter if he's all NBA or not all NBA or whatever, you know, like and that'll
Mhm.
just give players even more negotiating leverage, you know, because then it's like, yeah, anyways.
Yeah, there's that financial component to it. That's a whole CBA thing. Man, there's so many like
Because
problems.
I think that's the biggest reason why the 65 game rule exists, to be honest. I really think it's the super maxes and all that stuff. I really think that's the main reason they did it. I think the players agreed to it too, because the players wanted like a standardized system, and the players like, wait. And
Mm,
I actually think the NBA is also, I don't think the NBA likes it either. Like, if we're being real, it didn't make players play more. Um, and if anything, we just saw the bad sides of it in a season where there just happened to be more star
yeah,
injuries. Like it just
right.
happened to be more star injuries. We probably like would have voted for one or two more guys who didn't make the list. And it's like we just instead just got to see all the bad sides of this
Right.
rule, you know?
It's
Um,
too bad. And like, yeah, Anthony Edwards played 60 games. Lucas is 63. Like they're so close. And the spirit is nice. The spirit of the rule is to your point. Like I think it's a good, fair rule. We want to see players play, but like let the voter decide.
And I think that actually, when it's unambiguous and you don't give a target, because like some of these players, if you're at 59 games, you're like, like, you know, I could play 6 games in 6 days to like with the 6 games left in the season
Mhm.
to make the ballot, or like who cares? No one's gonna vote for me anyways. But like when it's more ambiguous and you're like, oh, like I could play 5 of the 6 games, I could miss the back to back, and I don't get injured for the playoffs, but if I play really well, like they still might vote for me because I'll be at 64 games. You know, like that's the thing when you make these stringent rules, like I think it really just affects everyone's thinking too much on a day-to-day basis. Just let the voter decide. Let us be mad at whoever the voter is at the end of the season. And guess what? If the voter doesn't like the pressure of people being mad about their vote, then maybe they shouldn't be able to vote on NBA MVP. Like I don't know.
Damn, bro, spit.
Like deadass, like that's also the thing. I think they're doing this to protect the voters a little bit. And it's like, guess what? The NBA, like sometimes you have some really bad voters. Just like you could deal with that. Like it's not that big a
Right,
deal. No one is really that mad about the MVP. No one is really mad about all NBA. Like everyone's always gonna be mad. Like, you know, no matter what.
right.
So
It's a good point.
so like you did all this shit and it actually just made everything worse. Like I'm kind of team just like undo all of it. And actually that's how I feel about the lottery. I feel like if we make moves with the lottery, it's actually gonna make shit worse. That's kind of where I'm at. Because I think if you flatten the lottery odds, you're just gonna have more people with worse teams who won't care because they'll have a shot to win the lottery and they'll just kind of play that game. And you'll have more of the Magics and the Bulls of the times who are just the 8 seed over and over because they could just get better lottery odds. So I think that's
Mm.
a problem. Like for example, that's a problem. You know, like anyways, that's my little long rant. But I think the 65 game rule is like kind of like a microcosm also of why I don't think I want changes to the lottery rules.
I think you're yes. And I think you're like tapping into a deeper sentiment within the NBA psyche, which is that like the 65 game rule per se is not the biggest deal, or like how the lottery is specifically going per se is not
No,
like these are all expressions of frustrations towards how the bottom side of the league is looking. Because the top side of the league is fucking fantastic.
100%, 100%. I'll watch Rockets fucking Portland game on a Tuesday and it'll be fun as fuck. You know, like I don't
Right.
like if you're in that top, if you're in the band,
Yeah.
if you're in the band of playoff teams, I'll watch you. It's great, you know.
Right. So,
But
man,
that frustration I think also comes from a place of the NBA is in this mode of like innovate, innovate, innovate. And a lot of the fixes are right in front of you. And actually, Bill Simmons, who I love, is psyching himself out of this. The most evident fix to all this shit is just expand, and there's just gonna be less good players on less good teams. That's another thing. The game's almost become too efficient because everyone's too talented, and we're just strategy maxing the game of basketball 24/7. Like literally, one of the big fixes that's right in front of our faces is expansion, which will inherently flatten some lottery odds. Like that's literally like do that and let's go from there. But like Bill Simmons is now talking about like we have to fix the 65 game rule before we can expand. I'm like, Bill, what the hell are you talking about? Like those things do not relate to each other at all. And I think actually there's a thing happening. We're all psyching each other out where it's like I think the lottery fix might just be to expand. I don't know.
it might
And
just be to
maybe,
expand.
and it might also just be to expand the playoffs. Or like you could play with that, but I don't know if actually the lottery's got an inherent problem. I don't know if these lottery odds, and also you just got to investigate teams better. But you know, yeah. Sorry, this is my long rant. That's what I you kind of tapped into something I guess I was kind of thinking about and I hadn't fully fleshed out in my mind. So yeah.
No, man, I mean, it's well said. And we can float ideas all day. I mean, expansion sounds cool. I'm excited about that.
And
Uh,
that's the most evident. All the teams are too good. There's too
yeah,
there's like, yeah, Will Riley and Bub Carrington are probably not walking into OKC and upsetting the Thunder because the Thunder are fucking nasty. Like they're way too good.
right.
Like, you know, like the best teams in the NBA in the past, when the Lakers were the best team in the NBA with Kobe, you got to the sixth player on their team and it was Shannon Brown, bro. Like, like you know, like this is what I'm saying. Like these are just this is different. You know, we're in different times. You get to the Rockets, their 12th best players, Reed Shepard, is second overall pick like 3 years ago. I'm like, guys, like that's I'm exaggerating on all ends there, but like, you know,
Sure.
like I hope my point is well taken. Where I think maybe we're just strategy maxing the NBA too much across the board. And there's not enough room for gray areas, and you're almost penalized if you operate in the gray area at all. And I think more teams could help that. They just create a natural gray area.
Yeah, it could. I think that'd be exciting, bro. I'd love to watch that. I'd love to see Seattle get a team, and then we could get Bub Carrington on the Sonics instead. You don't gotta be on the Wizards no more. Losing the Thunder,
That's
and then the Thunder gotta get rid of some of their guys.
You don't think they're gonna protect Bob Carrington, bro?
Nah, they'll protect him. They gotta protect him.
Honestly, yeah.
They
They
don't got
probably
enough
don't
team.
know. Yeah.
Maybe they shorten the season a little bit
Well,
too, so we
that's the
don't have to deal with
thing.
this as long. Like,
That's the thing. They should
let's cut off
shorten
a
the
month.
season, but they can't. They are not going to expand and then shorten the season. Like if they do that, the owners are just not going to say it. But if the owners were locked, and if these dudes like, if all the owners were like 40 instead of 80,
Yeah.
they would shorten the season. Like it would be
Yes,
good. It
because they
would be
see the
good.
long term.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like a lot of these dudes are like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Cash me out. What are you
Yeah,
talking?
yeah, for real.
A lot of these dudes are just looking at these like 5 to 10 year outlays and then they'll sell the team.
Right.
But, yeah. And
That's crazy.
I will say, maybe as the NBA just money maxes, we've been talking about strategy maxing. Max is doing a lot of talking about maxing.
Max
But
maxing.
yeah, but like if the NBA just ends up at a point where like if the max players making like 100 million and shit, like these super max and these 65 game rules, they're just gonna take them out because they're all not gonna matter because everyone's just making too much money. You know, like no one's gonna give a fuck. Like if your incumbent team can offer you 110 million instead of 100 million a year, like you're not gonna give a like it's not gonna matter that much. But like for an ownership group, maybe as like these values and the year on year money goes so high that like maybe these ownership groups also start seeing that. Because also the NBA owning a team is already kind of a commodity. If it just becomes like a commodity long term, that might help owners like do something that's good for the NBA because they won't have the pressure of making money because they know it's just a commodity, you know.
Mm, I see. Just let it grow for itself.
Yeah, because the NBA, you don't make money off the year on year profit. You just make money off of the fact that 10 years from now it's gonna be worth
You can
two
sell it.
more
Right,
million. Yeah,
exactly. You're not looking for ticket sales.
Yeah.
Although some of these teams are.
Well, if they wanted ticket sales, also they'd shorten the season. So,
Yeah, that's true. Right.
um,
Damn.
because it's honestly, I think it's the TV deals. I don't even think the ticket sales are that big a deal. Because also think about all the games would be more tense. Yeah. Anyway, we're ranting. Now I'm ranting, but I think yeah, basically, I need the NBA to expand before we get any crazy rule changes outside of the NBA in doing better enforcement of their shit.
Yeah, I mean, and we can handle these problems one at a
Oh,
time. But I
we
yeah,
should get rid of the 65 game rule. Like,
yeah.
let's go back. Like that
Also
one.
that, but yeah. I think like even that take of like I don't like the 65 game rule, that opens up all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay.
It's such a
Uh,
deep, it's such a, yeah, it's such a good question because it's also like it's one of these things that's so inherently face value, not problematic. But, if
no,
you
it's not.
if you do any 3D thinking, it just reveals so many problems that we're
Yes.
seeing with the NBA. Yeah.
Because like and the thing is like the playoffs last year was incredible. It
Every
was
year it's
incredible
incredible.
playoffs. Yeah, every year.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've loved the playoffs. Like, yeah,
It's never bad.
yeah,
It's never bad. Even when the Warriors were dominating, like
yeah.
they still got pushed a little bit. So it's never bad.
Anyways,
Um,
yeah.
all right.
I guess that's our brain dump on that
Yeah,
topic.
that's a good. I respect that you locked in. All right, I got two more things. Well, I got one more thing, and then we can move to MVP.
But
So
MVP will probably be pretty quick, huh?
yeah, I think so. But speaking of a former MVP, so you know how blocks have been recorded in the 73-74 season along with steals?
Uh,
Like before then, blocks and steals were not recorded on a player's
yes,
profile, which
yes.
is why like a Bill Russell
Sorry.
or Will
Yeah,
Chamberlain do not have blocks and steals.
yeah. I was lagging. Yeah.
So Will Chamberlain, do you know when his last year was?
Uh, no. When was last
72,
year?
73.
Huh?
And so they started recording blocks and steals the year after.
You think that's a conspiracy?
It might be, but then Basketball Reference, if you go look at Will Chamberlain's page on Basketball Reference in the last like 2 weeks, they just updated it. So now they record the 1972-1973 season specifically for blocks and steals. So
Oh
I'm curious,
no
if you
way.
look up, go check out Will Chamberlain's final year as a
Oh,
36-year-old. Do you see how many blocks he averaged as a 36-year-old?
5.4. So Wilt in his prime was averaging 10 blocks. Like
I mean, yeah.
eight,
So,
nine.
yeah, 8 to 9, I think, like is like the conservative estimates. Um,
It's
so
it's crazy.
there we
That's
have it.
crazy.
It's official proof that Will, like, bro, and he's second all time to Mark Eaton in blocks per game, but that's just because it's his 36er. Also, if you look up Jerry West, I heard that now he's recorded in his steals, or yeah, his steals are recorded in his final year as a 35-year-old, who he was a first five all-time defense, and he would have been like a 15 all-time defense or something if he played his
Uh-huh.
whole career. But Jerry West, yeah.
That's actually sick. That's
So,
actually I
anyways, shout
can
out to
I
Basketball
can rock
Reference.
with that. Sorry, I'm pulling up some. Did they populate that whole 73, 74 season?
No, no, no. It's
Oh,
specific players
just
only. It's like specific players that like were tracked. So it's mostly stars. But I'm sure if you looked up like who were the new guys that got added, there's like a few
mhm.
guys.
But
So anyway, fun fact.
that's sick.
All right. MVP?
Yeah, let's get to it. You want to lead us in? You want to go 5-1?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do 5 to 1. Let's stick with the rules, the games. I'm gonna stick with the games played rules. So just gonna do my top five.
Bet that works.
Um, fifth for me, you want to just go back forth?
Yeah.
Like who your fifth is after? Is Kate Cunningham. So he
Is he
led
gonna
the
get there?
Pistons.
Is he gonna get there?
He is a 64.
Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. My
I know
bad.
the collapsed lung had it like feeling like his chances were out,
For some
but
reason, I thought he was at 62. My math is off. Okay, but
I think he's gonna get there. Assuming he
yeah.
gets there. Kate Cunningham
Mhm.
is number five. Uh, but 25, 6, and 10. And before Dennis Jenkins showed up, he was like the creator, ball handler, scorer, facilitator. And their offense just looked so clunky when he was off the court. And they did figure it out with him there, so kudos to them. And if anything, that's kind of why this hurts his MVP case a little bit for me. Anyways, I have Kate at 5.
Okay.
Who do you have at 5?
Yeah, I got Cade.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize he qualified, but I think
Oh,
he
oh,
passes everyone else. I
who would
Yeah,
you have had?
dude, you want to know something crazy? Who I would have had? I would
At
have had.
5.
I think I would have had Jalen Duren, bro.
Wow.
I mean, it's like him or Jalen Brown, and I think it's
Kawhi.
Kawhi. I guess, yeah, yeah. I
Jalen Brown is fourth, bro.
For you over
Luka's
Luca.
out. Luka's out.
Okay,
I mean, sure, if Luka's in, then Cade is out and Jalen's fifth. Jalen Brown. Yeah.
that's
But
yeah. This messed up my math actually.
but
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell,
actually, yeah.
Kawhi. I mean, Jalen Duren's great. I have him all NBA second team. Don't get
I
me
don't
wrong.
know. I don't know, bro. I think I would pick Jalen. Not Kawhi. I'm not putting no.
Not Kawhi.
No.
28, 5, and 6.
No. I te-
Turnaround year.
I think Jalen Duren's better basketball player right now than Kawhi Leonard. Deadass. That is like a crazy take, but I'm deadass about it, bro.
That's
I'm not.
wild.
I'm not about it, bro.
Are you
Jalen
saying
Duren, every single night, bro. Every single night, it's 20, 10, 3, 3. Like every single night, and they win. He's nasty. I'm in. I'm in. Sorry, I'm all in on Jalen Duren, bro.
I'm not saying he's not nasty, bro, but like,
He doesn't even play that much. He doesn't even play that much. He plays like 27 minutes a game, bro. And yeah, it's like that good.
dude, come on. Kawhi Leonard is averaging 28, 6, 4, 2 steals a game. He shoots 39% from three and 89% from the free throw. Like he shoots 50% from the field.
I don't know, man. I know I sound crazy, bro. I know I sound crazy.
I just
But I
like
wasn't considering Cade. I wasn't considering Cade, and I wanted to give it to a Piston. Like that was kind of how I was operating. Like I was
okay,
like,
well,
I'm trying to give you this. I'm out on Kawhi Leonard, by the way.
you're
I'm
out on Kawhi Leonard?
I
What do
don't.
you
I'm
mean, bro?
bro. I'm gonna need some dubs with them games played. I'm gonna need some.
They're
I don't know,
41 and 39, dude, after starting 6 and 21.
bro.
They're literally they're a
They're
55.
a brutal disappointment, bro. They're like a brutal disappointment
I
this
mean,
season.
they started off.
I'm not gonna reward you with like a top with a top five MVP. I think he's like seventh
Do you think that Jalen Duren is better than Kawhi Leonard
right now. Do
at
I think?
basketball?
Nah.
Okay,
I
good.
wanted to. Okay, how about this? 7 game series. Who do you want? Kawhi or Jalen Duren? Or hey, you're walking into a playoff series.
Kawhi Leonard.
No, I want Jalen Duren. Kawhi Leonard's not playing the
Oh
third
my
game.
God.
Kawhi Leonard's not playing the third game, Tony. Tony.
Dude, I will take 6 games of Kawhi Leonard over 7 games of Jalen Duren
He's not
any
playing
day,
6 games.
bro.
Bro, Kawhi's not playing 6 games. He just had his dude last playoffs. He played 7 games in that series against Denver. Big shout out, like
And they
shout out to
lost.
Kawhi. They lost, and that was the first time he played a full series in half a decade.
And I'll take that full series any day over Jalen Duren.
No,
Bro, Kawhi's played 64 games this year.
exactly.
He's going to make All NBA. He's going to
He's,
qualify.
he's about to get hurt. Oh, this
How
is
how many games has Jalen Duren played in comparison? 69. There's a 5 game difference.
No, bro, but it's okay. You know what? Neither Kawhi or Jalen Duren are on our top five list.
Damn. Somehow we got
They're neither of them.
Man, you almost
Okay.
got I would have learned how to clip
No,
videos if it said yes.
and actually, I need to do an amendment. I also do have Luca off, and I have Jalen Brown fourth. So
Oh, okay, cool.
I was tweaking about that.
Okay. Um,
Um,
so Jalen Brown, dude,
is there?
29.
I don't think enough can be said. Like he's
It,
just kind of different.
dude, he's so good. 29.75. He's looked great with Tatum on the court and with Tatum off the court, like a leader, no gap year, 55 wins. I didn't know that he could take it to this level.
Oh.
And I think it's the first time. If you talk to Celtics fans, it was kind of always like Tatum, it's Tatum's team, and Jalen has to learn how to be within it. And now it's like, no, it can be just it's just Jalen Brown's team, and Tatum is just going to be this Scottie Pippen Jokic hybrid that's going to do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And Jalen is
And
just,
I want to give him
dude,
credit for
yeah,
that ascension also. This is the opposite of our argument we just had. I think Luca is just definitely a better player than Jalen Brown. I think Luca
he's definitely better. But the nice
definitely,
and the
but
thing
like
is, it's kind of like when when Carmelo Anthony would play against Dwayne Wade or LeBron in these big games, and Melo was like, "I am as good as you guys."
mhm,
Everybody knew that that wasn't the case, and that's
mhm.
kind of how it is with Jalen Brown against Shea or Luca. But he
Well,
looks at them, he's like, I'm as good as you, if not better." And
Shade's the good example there. Yeah.
right, like
Like
he's just like,
every
I'm better than
game,
you.
yeah, when they play the Thunder, he does that thing where he's like, I just need to, I'm better than you. But then he just matches Shea. But then if you
Yeah,
match Shea, you can beat the Thunder.
you can be the Thunder.
Hmm.
And Jalen Brown when they played Luca in the finals, he was like,
Yeah.
I will guard you.
Yeah.
So,
And
anyways, that's
I
that.
will
I
say,
mean,
different Celtics team, different Mavericks team, but yeah.
different. I mean, different for sure. But like, anyways, Jalen
Yeah.
Brown, like, man, the way his whole career just changed. He's a Hall of Famer. There is not like Amari Stoudemire's in the Hall of Fame. Jalen Brown is in the Hall of Fame. He will be first team All NBA and a Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Not a single guy with that resume who's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh,
Well
okay.
deserved. I mean, he's what, five straight Eastern Conference Finals, second or first best player on five straight Eastern Conference Finals teams, six straight.
No, because they lost last year. But I get what you mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. Before that,
5 out of 7 or something
yeah.
insane like that. Two finals, three inbound, two rings inbound
Yeah.
this year. That's
So I
my early
was not
prediction.
worried about that, but I will say this is one where, for
Yes.
example, if you put Luca in your All NBA but put him behind, like if someone want to do some weird maths here, I'd be fine with it. And also, I kind of share your opinions. Also, I don't want to poo-poo Luca too much because we left him off the list. He's having like a
Yeah.
godly season. It's just like,
It's just sad. It's just sad that he's not playing. That
yeah,
he's not playing enough games. And he's gonna appeal, so maybe he'll be on it.
I'm operating like they're gonna win that appeal. By the way,
Oh. Well, in that case, I mean he has a 64
okay.
games. He's definitely gonna dude, yeah.
I don't know. Fuck. Like if we're being real, they're gonna take that. Actually, no. I sorry. Sorry. I meant I'm operating like I'm not taking. They're not gonna do the appeal.
Oh,
My bad. My
oh.
bad. But if my, I think they will do the. Like I think they'll let it go through.
Dude, his last 10 before he got hurt, and this is including the game where he was out after 20 against the Thunder, was like 38,
Yeah.
6,
All
and
right.
7.
Here's my amended.
Okay.
I guess we're probably gonna agree. I think
I
on
think
our
we're gonna
list.
agree. Probably for the most part, yeah.
Okay, can we? You want to just go through
Yeah.
Cade,
Yeah, yeah.
Jalen, Jokic, Wemby, Shea?
That's how I believe the voters will go.
What would you go with? That's what I would go with too. By the way, I think.
Dude, this is hard, bro. This is the hardest MVP vote in so long.
By the way, with Luca healthy, if you left Luca off this top five, I wouldn't be mad at you.
I think he worked his way back into it because they would have been a third seed and stuff. Like, but
Is he?
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think
Dude, I can't decide. Damn, this is the worst podcast ever. We're here to make our MVP
no,
list. We couldn't
bro.
even decide.
We can't even decide. I think you're right, though. I think you're right. I think that, but I think what you're saying is the classic man's opinion of what the voting will be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it's gonna go. So okay, so then we might as well just talk about
But
them.
I think no, I actually don't think Jalen will get fourth. I think if Luca qualifies, he'll slide into four, and I
Oh
think if
yeah.
and then I think Cade will slide. I think Cade will get fourth. No.
Fifth, you mean if Luca? Oh, over Jalen, you're saying?
Oh, you don't think the voters will vote Cade fourth, first seed? Or I guess he's been out for a little bit, but or he was out for a little bit, but
Oof, that'll be a toss up.
I kind of think the voters are going to give it to Cade. Because also the thing is like Jalen Duren, as much as I think he's great, you know, third best offensive player on that team is like Duncan Robinson.
Right, right. Well, and Dennis Jenkins now.
Yeah. Well, Tobias Harris.
He's
Actually, yeah, honestly, it's Tobias Harris, but yeah. But
did
Dennis
yeah.
Jenkins is so good.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would pick Jalen Brown, but that's just me being.
dude, I think I would pick Jalen Brown over Luca in a vacuum, and I know it's like crazy too, like for this season. And like Luca's like the better player, and if I had one game, I would wanna pick Luca even in this season. But I kind of want, I would, I think, yeah, I think I'd probably stick to this list even if Luca qualified. Maybe I
Mhm.
don't know. Just like if I was a voter, I don't think the voters would go that way. Like if Luca qualifies, I think it'll be Cade, Luca, Jokic, Wemby, but
Yeah,
I think I personally would probably vote for the five we just put together, and I think I'd stick to that, Luca or not.
no, that's fair.
I think
Um,
it's really messed up though, because like this is one of these seasons where it's like, dude, you could dead ass vote for Luca for MVP, and I would not be mad at you. I think if you
yeah, I
sh
mean,
if
it'd be
you
like
if
easy
someone
must.
if someone I don't know if someone in this field gave Luca the number one pick, I wouldn't be like, dude, fire him, or give Luca the number one MVP slot. I wouldn't be like, dude, fire him.
That's why it goes back to let voter. We'll continue to have voters be known so that
Yeah.
you can keep your name out there and then stand on business. You know what? I had this take is that I like the guy that says Kobe is the second best player of all time. And like Allen Iverson's top 10 or whatever. Like that's so much more interesting than well, technically Kobe is like the 11th best player because if you look at like
But I don't want that guy voting. I don't want that guy. I don't want that. If you
I
think
don't want him
Kobe's the
voting,
second, if you
but I
think
want
Kobe's the second best player of all time, you need a podcast. You don't need an NBA
but
about. You
yeah,
don't
no,
need
that's
that word
real.
about. You
But
don't need
like I want
that.
a beer with that guy over like,
Oh,
you know what
IRL,
I mean?
100%. Yeah, 100%. But the issue is I'm the actually Kobe's 11th. That's
I
the
mean,
issue.
me too, me too. And it's like the boring, yeah.
Nah, but the thing is we can enjoy ball. The thing is like so that's the thing about Luca is like I almost would go the other way where I would want to be the guy like who's just like no, but Jalen Brown like really put the team on his back. Like I would have
Right,
like no stats to back up the fact that like Jalen Brown's like better than Luca this season because it probably isn't at face value. But I think MVP is one of those awards you have to kind of vote with your heart, and I think like I
that's
don't know.
beautiful.
No, dead
I love
ass.
that,
Like,
bro.
because
No,
I
that's
think,
real.
because I also think all NBA, like, theoretically, it's just like your five best players, and you could just like make a list or whatever. But like, I think MVP, like, if you're getting MVP votes in every sport holds way more value
You
than.
know what? You're right because Isaiah Thomas on the Celtics, that king, was fifth in MVP voting in his breakout year, but he
Yeah.
was second team All NBA.
Well,
So it was
Jokic and Giannis and Embiid had that movie many times. Like that's
right
the
where
vote
they're
that matters,
second or
right?
whatever.
And
Yeah,
that's why they
right,
got rid of the positions. But that was why it was
right,
also stupid to get rid of the positions. So that's why I would almost now that there's no positions in all NBA, like fuck it. MVP voting, I would do straight up whatever the hell I wanted.
right. And at the
And
end of the
it
day, dude,
yeah.
like when we go back and we look at these players, there are guys like Chris Bosh was an 11-time All-Star, but like Chris Bosh, like Kawhi Leonard is a better. We've been talking about him already, but Kawhi Leonard is a better player all time. Like these awards are important, and I do think they are really important to like a player's career legacy to like differentiate. But like if you were knew the history and you kind of were there when it happened, like Rockets, Chris Paul, for example, his stats didn't show how important of a player he was
Right,
versus
he was easily top 10 player in the league at that
yeah,
time.
and when yeah, like or like playoff Jamal Murray,
Yeah.
like
He
he's
didn't need,
not
dude. Playoff Jamal Murray did not need an All Star appearance for me to think he should be a Hall of Famer or think he's like one of the best players I've seen in the last 5 to
right,
10 years. Like when
right.
he could have never made it an All Star, and I would have been like he should be a Hall of Famer because he's better in the playoffs than Vince Carter was ever at any point in his fucking
Right.
career. Like,
Tracy
like
McGrady.
he's way better than in the playoffs than Tracy
Mhm.
McGrady at any point in his career. Like,
Yeah.
why? Yeah, like so. I think that's also a thing, and I think like that's why I would prefer the voter even if he was saying like Kobe's like wherever he's ranking it, I almost just prefer the voters like voting where their heart likes at, like and like although I was kind of roasting and saying I'd never want the voters as Kobe's second overall, I will say like to give me the guy who's like digesting and watching and is in the moment.
Right.
That's why Bill Simmons really good at this is because he gives you that such emotional aspect.
Mhm.
Um, but I think like yeah, it's maybe something we've kind of lost with the way these awards have changed up.
And yeah, and maybe that's why you do have the guy that thinks Kobe's second best all time, like who's
I
well
mean,
informed on this stuff, like on the because on the ballot, because like the average will
yeah.
give it
Yeah,
to
maybe that is the argument. You just get 150 voters instead of what
right
80 that they have now or whatever they got.
100 now. Yeah, pack the court.
Pack the court, yeah. No, maybe
Um,
that's just like a better or what I would do. You get 30 outlets, everyone nominates three people. Who's your three best NBA reporters? And for that year, they can get your vote. Like, go.
Interesting.
And you pick.
There's a lot of good
Who do
ways
you
to,
want
yeah.
who do you want representing your company in this vote? Like that would be kind of interesting. Or just make it third.
Wow.
I mean, the best way to do it would just be a third party it, but yeah.
Arbitrage.
Yeah.
Um, all right.
All
We
right, now
didn't even
we
like talk about the top three,
yeah, I mean,
but
we'll talk about them plenty throughout
yeah, we
this the
will.
next few weeks.
Can I give you my quick like speak from the heart for each of them, like real quick?
100%.
So Jokic, and this might be depending on how the games end, like the final season games, but he is just so fluid to watch and just controls the game, and that it just makes me happy to watch him play basketball. That's Jokic. Wemby.
Wait. Can
Oh
we
yeah.
stay
Oh,
on Jokic
you're
for a
gonna
sec?
yeah
Let
yeah
me let me add. He's still best player in the league.
yeah, but he needs to get it done this year, bro.
Yeah, he needs to get it done, but like on God, like if I had a gun to my head, bro, I don't know what team they're putting together, but I need one guy to win me the game. I'd pick Jokic. Like still probably,
I mean, he has like some of the best stat lines
and
this
I think
season.
I think he's just like moment by moment influence over a basketball game is just a little bit hard to describe. I think Wemby reaches
It
those
is.
levels as well, but it's just there's something about just being a center. You just get a chance to
Yeah.
influence more plays on a basketball court. So
And there was that Wemby Jokic game that just happened. That was so good.
it was
And
great.
and Jokic
I cannot
Jokic
wait.
beat him.
We're
Yeah.
we're gonna get we're gonna get like multiple series of like
Mhm.
these just like
Nuggets
haymakers.
Spurs. I
Yeah.
know.
Nuggets, Spurs, Nuggets, Thunder, Thunder, Spurs. And then you're just
Yeah.
gonna get a random like because then there'll be one team in the West that gets like kind of hot.
The
And then
Timberwolves will get hot again.
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like the T Wolves will finally get their shit together and like yeah.
Right. It would have been the Lakers, damn said. Yeah. But dude, Wemby, he's just I mean, he is an alien. He's fun to watch. He still's kind of like a horse that's learning how to run, but now he's learning how to run a little bit better. And he just like controls the game and you have to change. I mean, it's what everybody said, but you literally have to change how you do everything. And you can just pass it to him right over the basketball hoop and he just dunks it. He's smart. He loves the Spurs culture. This is where the heart thing comes in. Like
Mhm.
he just rocks San Antonio. Everybody loves him. He speaks for the city. He knew the basketball was going to be his thing. He's owned this. Like he's a Shaolin monk. So, man, Wemby, man. I said at the beginning of the year in our first ranking players pod that Wemby was the best player in the NBA. And
Yeah.
maybe it was a hot take back then. I don't think it's a hot take anymore.
It wouldn't be a hot take now, yeah. And I think yeah, he's like the most unplayable guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, like in theory, if Wemby is just having a heater, like you just the game's
It's
over.
over, bro. Yeah. Thanks for
Like,
coming.
and I actually think that's the only guy in the league right now. Like, yeah, like Jokic on a heater. To be fair, like a Jokic heater comes in the form of like the team chemistry is like on A++, and the ball
Right.
is whipping around. And, like Shea on like a heater is like is the guard controlling the game, scoring. But Wemby on a heater is like this like uncontrollable. Like it is really like different to watch. And like you're saying, there's something about the way that like he's clearly gotten his feet under him and his stats are just like his stats have not changed from last year and it's night and day. Like he is way better than he was
Yeah,
last year, way more comfortable, influencing the game more. Like it's yeah. Uh, it's I don't know what like I can't wait to see what happens. Like
I know.
if he gets better than this, what is like how like oh my God, like yeah. And I can't wait for to see him in the playoffs because like he's
Oh,
never played a playoff game. Like that
yeah.
is like unbelievable to think about because
So exciting.
and it's like I feel like imagine what it must have felt like when like when LeBron was in like year two making that finals run and like knocking out Detroit and like or year
Right.
three knocking out Detroit and like with that huge game or whatever. Like I can't wait. We're about to see get all these career moments with Wemby, and it's like
Yeah.
I feel privileged like I get a chance
The
to watch,
early
you know.
moments, the early years.
And we already know it's gonna like turn out amazing. Like I have no worries that Wemby will win a chip.
Bro, I just had
Like
a
no.
crazy thought is like, hopefully, knock on wood, if this is your path in life, I think it'll be mine, but like, we will be talking to our kids when they're like 10 years old and seeing Wemby on the back half of his career. And we'll be like, yo, look at these YouTube highlights of him in the 2026 playoffs.
And then we're gonna be like, look at us talking about him. Look, no,
Yeah.
and actually, funny enough is like it's kind of funny because Wemby is someone I think about when I think about this podcast. Is he's someone we've talked about so much across the story of this podcast. When we first started doing this podcast, he was someone we talked a ton about with the Scoot, G League, those battles
Mhm.
that they had. We talked about them here in like episode
Yeah.
like 10 and shit. And like it is kind of crazy how that's just come full circle. And like
Yeah.
90 podcasts later, here we are, and like Wemby is like here and
He's like the
like
theme of the podcast.
yeah, and he's always been like a very topical player. He's obviously one of my favorite players, but it is yeah. Clearly, by the way I'm talking about him, a little bit more of a level of attachment than any other NBA player, but this podcast is one of those reasons, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. It's great. It's great to see. Um, Excited to see him keep going. All right, last guy before we wrap up. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander,
The
you
MVP.
you are the MVP,
Yeah.
almost certainly back to back. I mean, you saw that stat recently where he hadn't missed a shot in like 3 or 4 games in the last few minutes
Yeah.
of the fourth quarter and overtime. Like I just every time he shoots the ball, I think it's going in. I cannot believe that the Celtics beat the Thunder, and they should obviously be the prohibitive favorite to win this chip. I still think that this team on the East has a shot, but
And I think the Thunder are beatable too, but it's
yeah,
not because of Shea.
it's not because of Shea.
Shea's playing better than ever.
He's so good, bro. He's shooting so well. I
I,
mean, he has a three. He has everything.
and I think he's not getting enough respect for kind of carrying a team that has been a little disjointed and has been a little bit worse defensively at times and has not had its second best player, Jalen Williams, perform to the extent he should, to the point where we don't consider him the second best player anymore. We consider Chet to be. Um,
Right.
I really think Shea should be given all the flowers. And I think last year on this pod, I said I don't think he should have been MVP. This year for me, it's like yeah, like I don't think it's close. I think he deserves it. And actually the Thunder, the way to beat them this year is you have to try to keep the game close throughout the four quarters or have a lead going into the fourth quarter because Shea's coming at the end. That is
Hmm.
crazy. I haven't thought that about a player in a long time. Like I don't never
Yeah.
felt like, damn, bro, last 4 minutes we're cooked. Like they got shit. It feels like it's really a crazy comp, but it's almost like a Tom Brady thing. Like, damn, bro, like we had a great game, but it's tied and there's 4 minutes left. Like,
Yeah.
and
It's
like, don't get me,
over.
if I want to be a hater, I can say a lot of that has to do with his ability to get to the free throw line. But if I want to compliment him, I can say that it has a lot to do with his ability to get the free throw line as someone who's just led the NBA
Mhm.
in free throw attempts for the third straight year. So
And that's okay if he doesn't get to the free throw line because he happens to hit 55% of his
55%.
shots
Yeah. Right
and
on.
39% of his three-point attempts. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And he, by the way, doesn't really take that many now.
Takes nine
Because
a game.
actually,
It's
because
top of the
actually,
league.
like when people guard him, he's just putting people on skates. It's really crazy. I yeah, he
He's an
yeah
offensive genius, bro. I mean, he's a better he might have a better peak than this Dwayne Wade. Is that crazy?
yeah. I mean,
Like
yes,
him and D
yes, he's
Wade
yes.
peak is
No, no, he's had a better peak.
like
4 straight years at 30 a game, two straight MVPs.
is he better than Hard? Peak offensive?
I mean, and so I would argue yes, but the thing is, Harden had a level of volume that just Shea has not reached. Like
Yeah.
if Harden in that 37 point per game season just shot less, like would his stats look better? They wouldn't. I mean, his percentages would look better, not to this extent, but Harden also was like
Mhm.
averaging close to triple double during a lot of those years.
Yeah. Apples and oranges
Yeah, I will say
to
I
a
would
certain
I'd take
extent.
Shea, and actually I think peak shooting guards. This is him and Kobe, and I like for players that I've seen in my lifetime, it's him and Kobe, and I actually think he's like a good amount better than Dwayne Wade. And I really like Dwayne Wade, and I think he was a really great player, but I think Shea is also competing against a lot of level of talent, winning MVPs that respectfully Dwayne Wade was not.
Never did.
Jokic and Wemby are just way better players that Shea has to go up against for MVP votes than like Dirk and Steve Nash and like back end
Yeah.
back end Shaq, early end LeBron James. Then that's not Dwayne Wade's fault that all those other guys were in bad situations, but just like comparing it.
Right.
Anyways,
It's different. It's different.
sorry, there's a lot of
Cool.
ranting in this pod.
It's a rantapod, bro.
Yeah,
That's what we do here. That's what we do. 98 episodes, man. We
two
got one more,
episodes.
and then we got a fun one coming up for the 100th.
Yes, very special one.
I'm gonna come down. We're gonna have a lot of content.
Yes, that'll be good.
Let's
Um,
go.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for like an hour and a half long podcast, boys.
Let's go. All right. Love y'all. As always, we'll be here spitting hoops. My real MVP is Jason Tatum. Welcome back. 65 game rule gotta go.
Goodbye. So that was episode 98. Thanks for bearing with us, obviously. Now this is the meat. This is what you actually want to see. Um, there you go. This is us talking about the first round series where frankly, I think a lot of our predictions were actually wrong. So, to be honest, I think our episode 98 is pretty dated at this point. So, we're gonna laugh at ourselves, and you can compare and contrast us with that. Anthony, probably a nervous day for you. How you feel?
Um, yeah, man. When you're dealing with grief, you go through quite a few stages. Actually, let's look them up. Stages of grief. So first we start with denial. There's no way that this is happening. Celtics up 3-1. Embiid is back. Feels like the offense is stalled for the Sixers. Feeling good about it. But then they lose game five, and it's 3-2. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. Celtics tend to let their foot off the gas. A little bit of anger. And then they lose game six. And this one really stunk. It felt like and maybe we could just talk about the series to start, but man, the Sixers are good. The combination of the Celtics really going with like the threes, if the threes are falling, they have like a 17-2 win percentage if they hit more than 40% of their threes. And if they are under, they're 19-19 in the playoffs. So I think that it's a tool that is very powerful, but it's not powerful frequently enough for it to be good. So then we get to bargaining, and that's, Celtics fans that don't know any better asking Joe Mazzulla and said, maybe could we figure out a different way to coach when it's not falling? Um, then we have depression. Can't believe that Jason Tatum he was actually just relisted as questionable for game seven, so we might not see a Jason Tatum. On the other hand, Jaylen Brown only being the leader of the team was impressive, and that's where we get to acceptance. At the beginning of the year, Max, you said that the Celtics weren't going to win 41 games. I thought that they would, but not do what they've done. So the first round playoff exit is kind of what I thought was going to happen this whole time if we were recording this back in September. And here we are. So I don't know. Here, I'll ask you the question. You're a Warriors fan, and you've been in two game sevens in the first round in the last 3 years. Last year against the Rockets, you were up 3-1, and you had that risk. And then 3 years ago in 2023, you guys were actually down 3-2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, against the Kings.
Mhm.
And you came back, and in both games you won. So how were you feeling going into those game sevens?
I honestly, the Rockets one I was not that nervous for, though the Kings one was a super nervous one because um that was coming off the title win. So that
Mm.
was like our title defense, and the season was going terribly, right? So um yeah, that was definitely the stressful one. And I'm sure you get this too. You start going down your like roster and you start thinking about guys you trust. And the issue is your team's good and you feel like you've gotten to the spot for a reason, like in terms of like making the playoffs and whatnot. But then like this is kind of what happened when I looked at the Warriors roster last year. Even when we were going into the game seven against the Rockets, I was like, we could lose. Like, I didn't think we would lose. I felt confident, but I was also kind of in the acceptance stage, similar to you, where I was like, there's just not a ton of talent, like the level of talent. And I will say, I think the Celtics have been really, really good, but I'm sure you can also get this where if Derek White is playing a series like he is right now, and then Tatum is questionable for game seven, like you're just not going to have enough able-bodied basketball players to compete with a 76ers team that's really frankly playing well. So I do understand that kind of nervousness if I were you, frankly. I'd still feel confident. I think the variance, like you're saying, with three-point rating and the three-point shooting is definitely something to be looked at for sure. But I can understand why I can understand I would be very nervous as well between Tatum injury, between 3-point variance. And then the thing is, it's like if Derek White was averaging 17, 5, and 5 in this series, you'd feel way different going into game seven.
Mm.
He's playing like he's playing like shit. So like
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's accurate. And Jaylen Brown has not been shooting the ball. The offense just feels very clunky and rushed and haphazard. There doesn't feel like there's a lot of flow in the crispness of the passes. And Jaylen Brown's had an okay series, 24 per game,
I
45 from
think
the
he's been
field.
quite good. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but just nervous. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with these
I think
Celtics.
also,
I'm yeah
sorry, I was gonna say about
yeah
Jalen.
yeah.
Jalen also has this thing where you know what you're talking about. He does a really good job of equaling the other team's best player. Like against Shea, he can equal Shea sometimes, you know.
Mm,
But I'm looking at this series, I'm like, damn, like he's equaling Embiid and Maxi, but actually he needs to be better than those guys. He needs to be a level
mhm.
better than those guys in the series. And I'm like, damn, like I love Jalen Brown, but it's just like like that's why you're not a top like 8 or 9 player in the NBA right now. Like if you could put up like 33 right now in this series and drive you through the first round, like that'd be confirmation that what we've seen all regular season is really just like what he is. But um, maybe this is a reminder, you know. I don't know. And maybe I'm also taking too much out of 6 games where he's had a half injured Tatum and Derek White playing good shit. So.
Yeah, Derek White has not been great. And we just had guys that haven't produced. Peyton Pritchard's been a little bit worse from three. He's had a couple good games. I'd love to see a little more Baylor Shireman back in the lineup.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
He was really good. And then Kata's just like struggling. He not only does he have to deal with Embiid, but Drummond is good and Adam Bona is good. Um, I mean, Drummond is great.
Dude, I
Uh,
really like Bona too Bona is just one of these guys. He like energy wise, he's not as good as Kata, right? But he can play 15 minutes on Kata and kind of equal him, and that's a problem. You know, you kind of need Kata to be overperforming those guys, and like respect to these role players. I mean, yeah, Drummond and Bona playing really well. To be honest, I agree.
oh yeah, I
Um,
mean he's hitting threes, man.
it's really the 3-point shooting, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
It is
I can't
unbelievable.
believe how like Drummond is like a level better than what he was like a few years ago. Like he could not play in playoff games a few years ago.
Yeah, he's a veteran. I mean, and this whole lineup is it's a good squad. And that's the thing is like this feels like a combo of it's just the Celtics are not playing as well as they could, but the Sixers are really like a solid team.
I agree, and I will say they're a solid team, but we're not getting any major over performances. I
No.
would say, from the Sixers, which I think is, if you're a Sixers fan, you would also feel happy about. Like, you're not, this isn't a maxi 35 a game series. This isn't Embiid's played the whole series. Um, like, it's not Quentin Grimes just scoring 25 a game. Like, frankly, the
Right.
biggest surprise on the Sixers is Paul George playing well.
And Paul and
He's playing
well
very
as
well.
Paul George played. Yes.
He's playing,
Yes.
and that's the biggest surprise of the Sixers. So I'm like, damn, like, and honestly, like, Paul George is putting up like 18. It's not like he's
Yeah.
lighting the world on fire.
But dude, 54% from three.
Yeah, no, no,
Like,
he's playing really, really well. But
yeah. I mean, yeah, they're a good team. We won't need to get ahead of ourselves. We'll wait until the second round, but
I'm really
man,
impressed. And yeah, dude, you're the one who put Max in your top 10 preseason, right?
yeah. Or maybe it was early days. I think we had been like a week in. But yeah, I think when we did that pod. Yeah, bro, he's amazing. It might have been after that first game against the
It
Celtics.
literally might have been. Yeah, I remember it being one of our first pods this season.
Yeah.
Wow,
He's good. He's good. I mean, and
25
him and
also.
Edgecombe and yeah, 25 is yeah.
Edgecombe, who's not even playing like that.
He's a
That's the guy
right.
I would have expected for a series to go seven here. I would have expected like an Edgecombe over performance. Like he comes into the playoffs, he's putting 20 a game up. It's him
Right.
and Bede, Maxi, but he's playing well. Don't get me wrong, he's playing very well.
Yeah.
But he's he's playing like he did in the regular season, like a rookie. To be honest,
Right. Yeah. Only I
I'm really
mean,
impressed. I'm really impressed.
he's had one game with 30 points, but he seems to hit tough quality shots. Like he plays like a rookie, but I'm still scared when he's out there on the court. Like he's confident.
He plays like I mean like a rookie, like rookie VJ Edgecombe, like still, which is a very good
Yeah,
player. Like
very
he's
good
not playing
player.
like rookie Jonathan Kuminga. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's straight.
but hey, if I was a neutral fan, I'd be really enjoying this series. I'd say
Oh,
for
it's great.
sure.
It's
I'm
great.
sure you're having a great time, Max. So, Max, uh, before we move on, A, any other thoughts? And B, what would you rate this series in terms of your
Um,
entertainability watch?
like
We
a
had some
like
we had
a
some good
like a
yeah,
good B
like a
plus
B.
at
Okay.
least. At least. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a little. I think there's just a series that has captivated me completely. So that's the issue.
Okay. So we might get to that.
Yeah, no,
I'll go with a B as well.
at least
I think the B is for a couple reasons. One, you lose some points because there's been a few blowouts in
exactly.
the series. But the Sixers wins have all been kind of step on the Celtics' neck. They've all been losing by like 7 to 8 points, and then they come back and win by double digits. And then the one Celtics win that was close, there was that Tatum three, where they were up by three, and Tatum splashed a three in whoever's face. So I'm with you on the B. I think that that's a good, maybe a B plus because we're going seven, and it was a 3-1 series.
Yeah, I think.
Um,
And also this would be the best playoff. This would be the best first round playoff series in most of the years.
right,
We are just having an unbelievable first round, in my opinion.
great first round. Okay.
Sweet.
Um,
Oh, predictions.
I mean, I gotta ride with the Celtics. The history says that we tend to beat them. We beat them before, and we beat Tyrese Maxey in the playoffs in Game 7 before. So let's just do it again. Really worried about Tatum, but I'm curious if he doesn't play, does that give Jaylen Brown that like confidence that he seemed to have before?
Do you like
That
go back to regular season, Ross? Like,
yeah, just weird. It's weird. They like have this identity that isn't. The threes have been falling in the last couple of games, so I think this is the night for them. So I'll go with the Celtics. What's your prediction?
I think I'm gonna take the Sixers. I can't believe it. They're gonna take the Sixers. I think they're
Okay,
due
man.
to win a close game, and I think the game is gonna get mucky. And of all the games I would want to be 3 point dependent, it's probably not a game seven. You know, like that's kind of and the Tatum. I think the Tatum injury is like the biggest thing. He looked really rough at the back of the last game, and that scares me. Him being doubtful, late notice doubtful, scares me too.
Yeah,
Um, but also like. the Celtics have so much experience. This is like the type of game where even if Tatum was out, I could see them winning like 92 to 83, just like mucking it up, you know. But yeah. I also wouldn't want to muck it up against the 76ers team for all of their faults. Like they're pretty resilient. And I think I've liked to bash on the 76ers for the last few years, but this team has kind of impressed me, especially in this one series.
The thing is, I think we'll be able to tell by the first quarter how it's going to go. And this if the Sixers have done this thing where they hang around just long enough, and then all of a sudden it's not even like a close game that they win. It's like in the middle of the fourth quarter, it's a 2 point game, and then
And
they'll
then
lead,
they win by
expands.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
honestly, usually the Sixers have been a team that lets other teams do that. They like hang around and then beat them, which has kind of been curious. And I think part of that has to do with the team kind of getting handed over from Embiid to Maxey a little bit more of a
mhm,
consistent player, to be honest.
right.
But
Yeah.
this is going to be a really fun. I actually of the game sevens, I'm really excited to see this one and one of the other ones. Well, I guess we'll get
I'm
to.
excited for both of them, but yeah,
Yeah,
should we stay on this side of the bracket
yeah.
in
Let's
the
say
in
yeah.
this 2, 3, 6, 7 matchup? Um, all right, Knicks Hawks. Man, this was a pretty crazy series.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy series too, but I definitely thought there was some overreactions after like game four, to be honest. Like or after game three, sorry.
After game three. Yeah. We had CJ McCollum as a villain for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think anybody in New York was too pressed, although there may have been a few jitters. And yeah, exciting series for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I honestly don't have like too much to say about it. I mean, after game three, I was definitely like, damn, like this is crazy. But both Hawks wins felt semi-fluky 1 point wins with
yeah.
like over performances across the board, whether that be my goat Jonathan Kuminga or like CJ McCollum, like you said. Um, but it really felt like these last few games, the obviously OG and Anunoby played extremely well. I think that's like bearing the lead there, hitting the last two of the last 3 games, just probably the best player on the court. But Brunson is like obviously the engine of the team, and he really kind of took control of the series. I felt like that's kind of
Oh
what it felt
yeah.
like watching the games.
Yeah. I think Knicks fans aren't too happy about Mikal Bridges,
And yeah, they usually
rightfully
aren't, to be
so.
honest.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like I wouldn't be freaking out too much if I was a Knicks fan. I think both of the Hawks win were semi fluky, and I think the Hawks are good. Like I think they have a
Yeah.
team that matched up really well against the Knicks, and yeah, I wouldn't freak out too much. I like the Knicks. I still think they'll yeah they've had a real shot to get out of the East.
They finally do. And I mean that game six was the most statement win
It was
that you
really
could ask for.
impressive. It was really impressive, and to do that on the road is something.
Yeah, it is very impressive. I just looked it up. You want to guess the point differential for this 6 game series?
What like Knicks plus 30? Is
Yeah,
it?
the Knicks outscored them by 100 in the series.
Oh yeah, I was thinking plus 30 per game, but yeah, that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
Plus
no,
like
that's
16.
yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean
that's
this
yeah. It
it,
literally that's what it felt like. It felt like the Knicks would lose by 1 point and then win by 30. I was just like
yeah, and nothing in between.
also if
Um,
you're the Hawks, is this kind of ideal? You kind of still like I mean, not ideal. Like I'm not saying you want to lose your first round series, but you won 2 games and made it close. And guess what? Now you get to just roll into the off season, get your top five pick from the Pelicans, and have
mm,
some fun. Maybe not top five, top 10 pick from the Pelicans, and have some fun.
yeah, I think it was a good showing of like I mean maybe they haven't they need a little more because Nikhil Alexander Walker wasn't quite enough. They just not quite enough offensive production to be able to match up with the Knicks
And I
in this
think
series.
Jalen Johnson also like this is one of those series like earn your stripes sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
he took like you got Bridges and OG just hunting you all series. Like I mean they're guarding you all series, I should say, not hunting. like yeah, like we'll see him do better in the future as well.
Right.
That's all I got. That's all I
So
got. So
what's the grade for you on this series?
B minus also actually, and I think there's an expectation factor here where I thought the series was going to be way faster, way more boring, and this was really entertaining. And even the blowout being by 50 points also makes it like yeah, like I don't know. I was pretty impressed by the series, and it feels almost disrespectful to put it on the same level as that Celtics 76er series, but this is really entertaining. This is about as entertaining as you're going to get from a series with a plus 100 point differential.
Right.
And yeah, and teams that I
Yeah,
thought are even after this, I still think they're overmatched. But it was entertaining.
it was entertaining. The first half was fun. The first half of the series was an A, and the second half was a D because it just got boring. So I'll give it a C plus.
That's fair.
Um, but we had some good moments in this, and there'll be clips of CJ McCollum, the hero, for years to come. So
There's gonna be funny TikTok edits of
yeah,
it, I think.
right. Um,
How much he's going to get a funny free agency contract? Because if he goes for 5 million, someone's going to get a steal. But if he goes for 25 million, like then it's just Steve Jim McCollum all over again.
right, yeah, because he's currently what on a 30 million deal?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
expiring, so we'll
yeah.
see.
I could see him get like a 15, 20, $15 million.
If I'm the Hawks, this is what I do is just here's a 1 year, like you waive your because I think if you do a 1 year extension, like for a guy on a max, they get an instant no trade clause or something. So here's a 1 year, $18 million deal, and you waive your no trade clause.
Yeah,
And so like
yeah,
you'll play for 18 million, but we do need to be able to trade you if a deal comes up.
right. I think he's
That'd
earned
be
it.
fun. And then, but the thing is, like, if someone's like, here, CJ, here's 4 years, 30 million, here's guaranteed. Like, if the Kings,
Yeah,
anyways,
take
so I'm
advantage of
kind
it.
of curious to see how some of that stuff goes. Obviously, they locked down Nikhil Alexander Walker, Jalen Johnson, and a few other guys. So, but yeah, they have some decisions coming up. But Kuminga, CJ, we'll see how those go.
Yeah, yeah. No, exciting, exciting. Um, yeah, the Hawks are in a good spot. They have a good
Yeah,
future ahead of them.
they're
So
in a great spot.
good for them. Good for them. If anything, is well, maybe we could talk about this next series because they looked like the Raptors were going to play the Knicks, and then the last day of the regular season happened. Everything flip flopped in the East.
Mhm.
Um, but we got another Game 7 coming up tomorrow. Uh, that series is tied 3-3. Cavs Raptors. It looked like the Cavs had this in the bag. I think most people just predicted this would be a 5 game gentleman sweep. I know that I was thinking that that would probably be how it happened, and we had some really amazing games here after the Cavs were up 2-0.
And I think I talked in the last pod about how the Raptors don't have a point guard. And I couldn't tell if that was a good or bad thing. Like they were literally just rocking out without Emmanuel quickly, pretending like everything was fine.
Right.
Um, and guess what? Everything was fine. They're playing
Yeah.
great. I can't believe it. Scotty Barnes is playing point guard power forward. Um, yeah, this is a really fun series. I think, to be honest, this series is like an indictment on short guards in today's NBA. To be honest, like this is like yeah, it's an indictment, and it's like kind of an indictment on Donnie Mitchell a little bit too, to a certain extent. But yeah, this
Yeah,
has
because
been a great series. I've just been like, wow, like the play style difference is so vast that it's mucking up the court for the Cavs. And I'm almost not even looking at the series like, dude, Evan Mobley should be playing better. I actually think he's playing great. Like I'm kind of like, damn, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, like you guys are combining for 40 points a game. Like
yeah, where are
wow.
we?
Yeah, where are we?
What's going
Like,
on here?
especially against this Raptors team. And I know they're long, and the Raptors deserve a ton of credit for their defense. But these are the sorts of series where if your small guards can't create a gap with the other team, like you're just going to lose. And when you have Donovan Mitchell, you shouldn't lose the series. So it's been kind of good. I'm slandering the Raptors a lot, but I the Cavs a lot, but I think the Raptors deserve a ton of flowers. And actually, again, I think Mobley deserves a ton of flowers. I think he's been really, really good this year.
Yeah, I found there's a good stat. Oh, here I found it. And in the regular season, the Raptors were 22-30 against teams above 500. So they just kind of got worked. And so credit to them for being here, being excited. I think Scotty Barnes is great as
Yeah.
well.
And they have a game
Like this is
style,
fun
and
stuff.
his game style fits the playoffs. It like now that you watch it, and even without a point guard, like I watched them play basketball, like, oh, this feels like a playoff team. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Oh
think they're
yeah.
that good, but I'm like, oh, like this totally makes sense. You don't have a point guard, but it's okay. You have your unique
Yeah.
style. You play defense. You're long. Everyone's committed. I don't
Hmm.
think they're that talented, but they make up for it in a lot of other ways. It's really impressive.
There's a lot of depth.
I'm really impressed with this team.
Yeah.
I like them. I don't think their ceiling is that high. I don't think their
Mm,
floor is that low, but I
right.
like them. They're like fun to watch.
Yeah. Murray Boyle, excuse me. He's been great.
Unreal.
Shed's been great. Yeah. RJ Barrett's been
Yeah,
great.
RJ Barrett probably the guy we're bearing the lead with. He's just been
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That shot,
Unbelievable.
the shot last game was
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
um,
How do you rate this series? Oh, sorry.
oh, this series, I'm gonna give another. This series, I'm gonna give an A minus. I'm gonna give an A minus for sure. I think that enough close games. The wins have been super, super fun. I did not think the Raptors. I won't say people didn't think the Raptors were gonna win, and so yeah, I'm gonna give this an A minus, yeah, because we got a game seven.
Yeah. Every game has been super close. Even the only blowout game was what, game three, and that game was close. It just got out of hand in the fourth, if I remember correctly. Like it was just the Raptors going to run at the end. So
Yeah, let's see. Um,
I think it was literally like tied after 30 quarters.
yeah, it's been. Yeah, I mean the game one was a bit of a blowout too.
Yeah,
But yeah, to your point, yeah, you're right. Game three,
yeah.
they went
Game
on a
three,
run
what?
to close
Yeah,
it.
it was like a 20 point gap to end the game, but that's like not like the game was close
Right.
till like 6 minutes left. So.
And these last three have been a difference of five max.
Yeah, exactly.
Great games.
No pun intended. But yeah, no, I really like the series. I give it an A minus as well. And I actually, it's just been really awesome how good these Eastern series have been.
So good.
And I think gameplay wise, this has been a really fun series also because you're seeing like Max Strus plus minus numbers are unbelievable in the series. Like stuff like you're seeing weird stuff like that, and then like now Strus is like the fourth top scorer on the Cavs, and is through 6 games of a series. And I'm like, what? Like
Yeah.
you kind of have weird stuff like that going on, and the Cavs aren't shooting the ball that badly either. Like it's like the level of basketball is high. Like there's neither of the teams are shitting the bed. Like I was kind of roasting Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, but they're also not shitting the bed. It's like the Raptors are playing very well. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely are. Um, yeah, I mean, just shout out to both these teams for
and
sure.
sorry, a last thing on Mobley, I want to keep giving him his flowers, but I really think like these are the types of series where I see him and I'm like, oh, you're extremely impactful, and I'm readjusting my expectations of him. I'll never see him probably as a top player on a team, but this series, I'm like, oh, you're like Draymond or someone. Like
Hmm.
you're closer to that than like a. But that's fine. Like that's a really really amazing player. But that's kind of what I'm finally like getting my brain to wrap my head around with Evan Mobley.
Like he's not going to take that offensive leap that everybody kept pigeonholing him in for
Yeah,
necessarily.
but he might be the best player on the Cavs in the series. I feel like really like I think his impact on the court has been really like he's the only one who's physically overmatching guys in the Raptors, athletically, long, lengthwise, defensively. I think you can
Right.
see that even offensively. I think his percentages have been way better than what he usually does. So sorry, I'm glazing Evan Mobley, but this is like the type of series I needed to see from him. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're not going to talk about Jared Allen, who's been really bad. So.
Brutal times out here. Yeah, that got it. Evan Mobley definitely has a chance to raise his stock up if they can bring this game home.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm looking at the series, I'm like, I could never trade Evan Mobley. I would trade Donovan Mitchell before I trade Evan Mobley after looking at a series like this, to be honest. I mean, like
I mean, that might happen.
It
That
it,
might happen
it might
in
happen.
24 hours
And
or
I know,
48
and I
hours.
yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but like the ratings, like offensive ratings, yeah, okay. Like I got the number actually right in front of me. Um, so Evan Mobley's offensive rating is 133.
Oh,
Donovan
wow.
Mitchell's offensive rating is 106. That's a difference of 30 points in the series. Their
Wow.
defensive ratings, Mobley has a better defensive rating, 112, than Donovan Mitchell, 111, 114. So like, yeah, according to net rating, Mobley's plus 20 points, Mitchell's minus 8 points for net rating. So it's like a problem.
Damn, that is a problem.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Mobley or Mitchell?
In a one game, I'd rather have Mitchell, right? In the next 2 years, if I just if you had to sign someone right now to a 4 year max contract, it might be Mobley.
Might be Mobley.
Because the thing about
Um,
Mitchell is Mitchell, if I had to sign him to a 4 year max right now, I'm paying him in when he's 33 or 34.
right. Yeah, yeah. No, that's true.
So, anyways,
You
that's
got to
kind of
start
how I.
factoring in the age.
So yeah. Anyways, that's my kind of spiel. I was really impressed with Mobley in the series so far. Prediction: I think the Cavs are going to win Game 7.
Um, I'll zag. I'll go the anti-Harden route and say that the Raptors win.
I like it. I think it's going to be
Um,
close. But no matter what.
um, okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. Game 7 of the final Eastern Conference matchup.
Another one. Another one.
Another one. This series has been absolutely crazy. I give this series an A.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite series
This has
outside of
been
one in the West.
yeah, outside of one in the West, this has been incredible. First off, the Magic walk into Detroit and win the first game in it's kind of back and forth, and then they go ahead and take the lead and maintain the lead. And then Detroit has its response. But then the Pistons win back-to-back games, or sorry, the Magic win back-to-back games. This feels very like 2000s-y in terms of like the scoring. Uh and like
And in
the
terms of the gameplay, to be honest.
in the gameplay, yeah. Some G League-esque stuff going on here. But then, dude, we see this game 5 when the Pistons are down 3-1, and both Paolo and Cade have 45 points each.
Mhm.
And that was nuts. And and then the game 6, which was happening last night, was insane. To be up 24 in a game where the Pistons win with 93 points scored. This game is in the bag. The I saw the metrics. The Magic had like a 96% chance to win for 50% of this game. And not only did they lose, they lost by double digits and they scored 79 points. What an incredible collapse.
Yeah. And that's kind of the type of team the Magic is, but that's also the type of series it's been. Like I think there's only been two games where any of the teams have scored over 100 points this series. Um,
Where both have? Yeah.
or either like I
3 games, yeah. But it's low
oh yeah,
numbers.
yeah, you're right, you're right. Jeez, I forgot the game. I missed the game. Yeah, dude, it's the worst. Paolo and Cade have both been really, really good, but it's almost like they've been really good, and obviously like Franz has been good, and there's some guys who've been good on the Magic. Don't get me wrong, but it really feels like it's kind of been like a power struggle between those two guys in the series to take it over.
Mhm.
I think Cade has been unbelievable. He's been the best player in the series, kind of objectively, but Jalen Duren scoring like 8 points, and he is someone I would have put on All NBA. So.
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's
Dude, he's
not
averaging
ideal.
10 and 8.5.
It's really bad. I mean, he's playing
It's
worse than
rough.
like Nemus Keita, for example.
Yeah.
Like in the series, you'd probably like just through 6 games if you had just dropped Keita's performance and swapped it out for Duran's, who knows. But I also think the Magic deserve a ton of credit, specifically like Wendell Carter and Goga, um, and Paolo. But those three defensively, I think, have been kind of impressive to me, in particular. Obviously, Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black are always going to be really good defensively, and we
Mhm.
are also seeing their shortcomings offensively this series with Paolo, Wendell, and Goga being able to play really good defense in the paint. When, frankly, we always talk about how the Magic should upgrade their center spot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, that is true. We have had that conversation for a while, but this iteration of players has like continued to be good. We've had Goga for a while there, and we've had WCJ for a minute, and
And
they're always
and
a tough team.
and he's always been someone that has been like the brunt of the joke all the time. Like, oh, they still have Willie, like Wendell Carter. I almost called him Willie Cauley Stein. Oh my God, that's
Sheesh.
Jesus Christ.
Throwback.
That's throwback. But yeah, like Wendell Carter's always been kind of like the brunt of the joke, and he's been really good. Like he's played like 30 minutes a game in the series. I think more than that, honestly. So
Yeah, and yeah, he's playing well, and he's not scared of the bigs on the Pistons.
yeah, I mean
So
statistically better than Jalen Duren. Obviously, like Jalen Duren more, but this series, Wendell Carter's equaling a guy that I would have put on at All-NBA. So
mhm.
I gotta give him his flowers.
So who do we think, Max? Who do you think wins this game?
Dude, I think the Magic are gonna win it. I think the Magic are gonna win. I think there are
Oh,
too many offensive options. I think in the game 7, like if Tobias or Duncan Robinson is cold, like I'm like, who else is gonna score? Like, are these I'd rather bet on Franz to have a good game than one of these
so
Pistons guys to wake up.
so I just looked it up. Franz, is he playing?
Oh, is he hurt?
43 minutes ago. Franz Wagner has been ruled out for game 7.
What?
Um, yes, he's
Hmm.
been ruled out. So, does that change your mind?
Honestly, not. I mean, because they didn't have him for game 5 or 6, so it doesn't change my mind. It definitely makes the gap closer. But it's just like I'd rather bet on Desmond Bain having a 30-point game than Dennis Jenkins having a 20-point game. Because to be honest, like the Pistons don't need that much from their peripheral guys. But I don't know if they're going to get anything in
Right.
game 7. That's kind
I'm
of my
with
worry.
that. Yeah, I'm with that. I think, and Powell's had historically some pretty good game sevens. Like
Very good.
he's a playoff riser.
And his player type is definitely the type of guy like if you can ball handle and you're 6'8" and you can take if you can take the ball up 45 times in a game, like that's the type of guy who usually is able to take hits in a game 7 because he can get to the rack. Even if he can't shoot, Paolo's always going to be able to get to the rack. So
Right. I hear that. I worry about their offense. I mean, they missed 23 straight field goal attempts, which I saw a stat is the most missed consecutive field goals in a playoff game since the play-by-play era started in 1997, 98. So,
and their shooting has been
um,
horrible.
and the
Like let's be
shooting's been
clear,
horrible.
horrible across
So,
Bain, Suggs, and Paolo's shooting has not been good.
um, no. So if that all comes together, then yeah, I mean this game could go anyway. I'm gonna say the Pistons. So we're just going against each other in all three of these game sevens. Um, but man, we're lucky to have three of them.
Yeah, and I think we're also bearing the lead that like an 8 versus 1 game 7 is pretty electric. Like probably a
Yeah,
while since we've seen that.
yeah. Hey, I saw something. You remember do you know the last time that the Magic were up 3-1 in a series in the first round?
Up 3-1.
In the first round, it was 2003. It was against the Pistons, and it was with Tracy McGrady and Doc Rivers was the
Oh,
coach,
and
and they blew it.
dude, I forgot that they got 3-1 in that series.
Doc Rivers has been 3-1 three times.
I mean, the worst one's still the Clippers Rockets one. So
The Clippers Rockets one, where Josh Smith and Corey Brewer,
yeah, that was the worst one.
after the Rockets had given up on the game,
Yeah.
insane.
Or no, they just benched
They,
James
they
Harden.
benched James Harden. Yeah, insane, absolutely insane. That was a choke off.
And honestly, that would I'll never forget. I was like, Josh Smith, like you're golden. Like for
Yeah,
all yeah. I'd say he's like one of those guys, like I was like, oh damn, like for all the faults of like a Julius Randle type, like he can win you a basketball game theoretically, because he can just take the ball down 40 times and muscle a guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Demon.
Um,
Okay, anyways. Well, I guess
okay, Great
that's the
East.
East.
Yeah, that's the East. Hey, man, the East might not have the top end talent, but it has just a bunch of like fighters in it.
Electric. Honestly,
Like
electric.
it's so great to see.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
we'll talk about this after, but I'm like expansion.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
we can expand. Like Bill
We
Simmons needs to stop freaking
Bill
out.
Simmons is worried about the wrong thing. We have enough talent. Well, he didn't say we didn't have enough talent, but we have enough talent.
Yeah, like that's not
Spittin Hoops fiends and yearns for more basketball teams.
absolutely.
Where should we start in the West? Should we start with the Thunder or Suns?
Yeah, we can knock that out pretty quickly. Honestly,
Okay.
I, I don't have much to say on this. Good for the Thunder. I wasn't super locked in on this series, to be honest. Like I've obviously watched it, but like good for the Thunder. I'm not taking too much out of this series either way. I thought the Suns played well, to be honest, for a team that got swept.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, like this is there's levels to this, and the Thunder are the presumptive favorite, and like the Suns are not going to compete with that.
Yeah, I'm with you on all counts. The game that really stuck out to me in terms of like Shea just being amazing was the game three where he went 15 for 18 from the field, had 42 points.
Surgical.
Uh, this team is just a well-oiled machine. They did what a one seed should do to an eight seed. So good season for the Suns, honestly, like really good season.
100%. And to be honest, their playoff performance was like I'd really like want to emphasize like I really thought all the good parts about the regular season we saw in the playoffs. You know, Dylan Brooks played well, Gillespie played relatively well. Booker and Jalen Green had a lot of pressure on them and performed relatively well. So you can't
Right.
flame them for their performance. You know, there's levels to this. They just traded Kevin Durant last year. Like it's give them some time.
Yeah.
Um, and on the Thunder side, I will say they didn't like stop any of my worries in terms of Williams being like injured. Like that's my big worry with them. He only played 2 games, but he was good when he played. So I'm not taking too much out of the series across the board.
Yeah. And I give the series a D for no other reason than it was a 4-0 series and I only watched it in times where it was interesting or watched the highlights. And that makes me a bad fan, but I'll be locked in for the next round.
I'll give it a C. I actually thought like the gameplay of the series at times was like relatively fun, and honestly, the blowouts were not that bad. Like we didn't
No,
like they were not that bad.
they were
Because
all close enough.
the Suns played relatively well. Just my expectations were really low, so I'll just give it a C. But
Yeah, that's
for
fair.
a 4-0 sweep, it was probably about as entertaining as you can get.
That's valid.
Outside of that one Lakers Nuggets here that we got, that was super fun.
Yes, that was also very fun. There have
That
been a
was
few
probably
fun ones.
yeah.
Um, you know what? Now let's go on the memory bank real quick. Another fun one I liked was the Warriors Blazers Western Conference Finals sweep.
Oh yeah, where we came back down
Every
17 for
single time. Yeah, that was awesome. Um,
I love that was that's one of my favorite series ever, to be honest.
that was a great one. The LeBronto 2018 was a great sweep.
Was there
Uh,
also was there a T Wolves the first year Ant made the playoffs? Like a fun 5 gamer or a fun sweep?
oh yeah,
I
yeah, I
think it
think you're
was against
right.
the Nuggets. I think it
Was it
was against the
against his
Nuggets.
first time in the playoffs? Yeah. It's like, oh,
Anyways,
this is
that might have been
risky. Yeah.
I think that might have been a gentleman's sweep though.
Yeah. But
Anyways,
they can yeah.
yeah. C
Um,
for the series. I think that we spent probably too much time on it already.
that's fair.
To be honest.
Should we go to the 5 gamer?
Yeah,
The two
yeah.
seven? Sure. Yeah, this was another fun series. First off, just shout out to the Trailblazers. Curious to see what they're going to do in the offseason, but Denny Advia is just clearly a very good player. Happy that Scoot Henderson had at least one good game to raise his stock a little bit. Um,
I
but
thought he was
obviously,
good. I thought
yeah,
he was active. I liked him. He reminded me of Drew Holiday a little bit when I was watching this series. And they have Drew Holiday.
they had Drew Holiday. Yeah. Um, Yeah.
Um,
Any big takeaways for you, Max?
yeah, my one takeaway, man, is the Spurs checked all the boxes I wanted to see from them, and we had never seen them in the playoffs before, so that was something I wanted to see. Um, I am annoyed with the amount of Fox slander I get and I see. I think Fox is amazing. I still like I put him in the top 20 ranking in our pod,
You
right?
did.
Like, and I still watch him in all these series, and I'm like, you're great. You do exactly what you need to do. You're dependable. You don't like it's really good, and he's able to facilitate an offense that has to have space for a rookie. That has to have space for Stephon Castle, who's really good, but Stephon Castle isn't like an offensive juggernaut. Um, and he holds his own on defense alongside guys who are shorter as well. So I'm yeah, that's the one thing. I really like Fox. I continue to be impressed by him. I continue to think he flies under the radar and he just like does his job. Like he just does his job, fills the role, dependable. And I like it. So it's
Yeah.
actually exactly what you need on this Spurs team that's never been in the playoffs before. Like or this iteration.
This iteration. Yeah. Yeah. First series win in since 2017
Yeah.
or 2018.
And you need a guy
One of
like
those
that.
two.
And for that guy to be also good and a leader and to have that guy was the best player on a team that almost beat a defending champ within the last 3 years. And he's still playing at that level and it's very impressive.
Yes. Yeah. It is. Yeah. I mean, they need it. Um, yeah. I mean, my takeaways from this series are um, shout out Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson for having held it down with the Spurs for so long. Like I feel like since the DeMar DeRozan days, that's
And,
just so cool to see them hold on to that talent.
and they're for good.
Um,
They're good too.
they're really good. Shout out to Carter Bryant. Um, shout out to Luke Cornett, just like some of these bench guys. And then, man, we're not going to jump ahead because I'm excited to see the Spurs play the Wolves and the Thunder play the Lakers. But it's been a while since we've had the one and the two in a conference just feel like they're on a collision course. And I am so friggin' excited for this.
I agree. I
But
agree. It
we'll
feels
hold our
like this.
horses, I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be, they have an inevitable battle coming up here.
Yeah. Um, so yeah,
The
very, very
series,
exciting.
I would grade the series like C minus though.
Okay, that's fair. Um, yeah, I mean, we didn't see all of Wemby. He got hurt a bit, but he rushed back. It was a competitive game, series. I also give it a C.
I just, yeah, a lot of games like, I don't know. I think there was 3 games of the 5 with like a 20-point margin. And like, I never really felt like the Blazers had a chance even after 1-1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, so
Okay. Um, which one should we do now? Where do you want to go?
let's go Nuggets Wolves.
Oh man.
Honestly, this is a series that I've been raving about. This is the one that's captivated me the most, and it didn't go game 7. This it's done. This was a series I thought was unbelievable. I think the T-Wolves deserve a world of credit. I'm sure most sports people will have talked about this series ad nauseum already, but um, it just feels like the end of the road for this Nuggets core. It feels like the end of the road for Jokic, benefit of the doubt, best player in the world combos. He's gonna have to go back to proving himself. It's kind of the road that we'll probably see from him. It's kind of like Giannis, for example. Giannis is still like always gonna be in top 4 player combos, but for him to get an MVP again, he's gonna need to kind of prove himself a little bit more. Um, and I just can't believe the Wolves pulled this out. I honestly just can't believe it. Like that game 6 was so impressive to me.
Yeah.
Ragtag squad, Bones Highland, Terrence Shannon,
Yeah.
like obviously Jane McDaniels was unbelievable, but like yeah, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, who I slander all the time, just really impressive. Just really, really impressive. And sorry, I was listening to Bill Simmons, I think like a few like yesterday after he dropped his pot about it, and he's like talking like, oh, what if no one was injured and like Aaron Gordon was back? It's like, yeah, but they would have had Ant Edwards. It's
Yeah.
like
DiVincenzo.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like they
What
did it
if?
with way more injuries. Yeah, DiVincenzo. I don't know. Wasn't there one of the games they had like 5 guys out? Like one of the first games. I don't remember. But um,
So I mean, so I went to the Celtics home game against the Timberwolves, and I went to see Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards, I did not see, but what I did see was a very sparky team with AO, who should be back, and Bones Highland and Nas Reed and Julius Randle come back from a 15-point deficit and win the game by 15 points in TD Garden, and it feels like it was in Game 5. Honestly, for the Celtics, this they just have this like defensive grit and kind of slowly chipping away. So, but dude, I was shocked truly that the Nuggets weren't able to come back with no with you're missing your top three guards and you still lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. And Cam
No
Johnson played
words.
well. Like
Yeah.
um
And I didn't even think anyone on the Nuggets was that bad.
no.
But yeah,
Oh, another shout out to Rudy Gobert, man. I mean, your countryman. He really showed up and showed out in this series. Yeah, he just played so well.
he was so good. And
So good.
it's crazy because he can't start for his national team.
Right. Yeah.
It's got
Brutal.
no route to start it. No, but he was really good. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm really surprised to see this Nuggets team also get knocked out so early. I know Aaron Gordon only played 3 games, but that should not have the series should not have resulted in a loss. Um, I mean, realistically, for most of the series, the Nuggets had two best players. Not most of the series, maybe, but for the
Mm,
last game of the series, they had last 2 games of the series, they had two best players in the court. For the other 4 games, they had two of the three best players in the court. Still couldn't pull it out because
yeah.
again, Murray was bad like last few games, obviously, but like yeah, like Jokic was not good. Like that's another thing. Jokic was. I mean, Jokic was not Nikola Jokic. Not that he
Shot
wasn't good.
terrible from three.
Yeah.
Um, Shot absolutely terrible at three. Yeah, well, I'm very curious. This is another like, what are you going to do with this team
I
over the
think.
offseason?
I think. I don't know because you have so much money invested, and you just paid Christian Brown that disgusting contract. Kind of feels like you just have to run it back and hope for the best. And I would not want to be in that situation if I were the Nuggets because we had a lot of money on the
Right.
books. And if Aaron Gordon tears his Achilles next year, or if Christian Brown continues to get worse, like you're gonna have a lot of albatross contracts and old guys on this team sooner than we hope. So, and like, are you going to be able to re-sign Peyton Watson? I don't know. I don't know where the money's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think their best bet might be to petition with the NBA to allow them to play as an Eastern Conference team next year and just avoid the Thunder or the Spurs till the finals. That might be their only hope.
You're gonna have Utah playing in the East.
Bring them all over. Damn. But this was a great series. This was like a selfishly, this made me as a Celtics fan feel much better about potentially not making out of the first round.
I
I was
think
like,
that's
okay,
valid. I think
Jokic can't do it. All right, we're not better than Jokic.
it's like I didn't have the worst. My team didn't have the worst first round playoff series.
Yeah.
Yeah, A.
Oh,
This is a A for me. This is the A series. This is the
so
best,
good.
about as good of a 6 game series you can get.
Yeah. Very, very good. Um, okay, last first round series.
Um, yeah, this is the LeBron James like final gallop.
Yeah.
Great
Uh,
series. I mean, Lakers take it home in 6 games against the Rockets. They go up 3-1, or they go up 3-0, lose two, then close it out.
yeah.
Never felt really close. I will say the series probably more boring than it started off like the games were just close. Like even though the
Mhm.
Lakers won, the games were close first 3 games, and then it was like oh like the Lakers are up 3-0. It was like oh
Yeah, I'm gonna give the series a B.
yeah.
The 3-0 was competitive. That game three was an insane like the last 30 seconds comeback. So that could have been a 2-1 series lead, and we could have been looking
LeBron
at
just
LeBron.
unbelievable. He won him that
Um,
game. He won him that game.
yeah, he did. Uh, but no Kevin Durant, no Luka Doncic. Reeves missed a lot of times. Obviously, Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams. Injuries around, injuries everywhere in this league, unfortunately. You can't escape it. Um, but this it just goes to show that the Rockets they need a point guard
They do. And honestly,
still.
like I didn't really love Ime's rotations too. He just really stuck with like a 6 man. rotation. I'm like, it's not like he basically just had to run his guys in the ground game five and game seven to get some wins, but that
Yeah,
wasn't sustainable. Like this is if you wanted you need to figure something out. You need that the solution wasn't just playing Sengu in 48 minutes instead of 40, and that was
right.
kind of the way he ended up going. I mean, I think I meant Thompson played like 45 minutes a game in the series or some crazy shit. Like I don't think I'm making
Yeah,
that up. I literally think he played 45 minutes a game.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
so yeah.
yeah, they'll be all right. They just need health back, and I think that they need a couple of Shingun got to get himself in some shape too. To be honest, didn't look completely healthy moving wise on the court. You should not be that out of shape compared to a 41-year-old LeBron James, even though that's a hard bar to pass.
Yeah, and
Um,
Aiden can't be having that good of a series against you.
Aiden cannot be,
You got to
but
be like defensive. If you're not going to be scoring up, if you're not going to be putting up like 25 on good efficiency against DeAndre, and at least you can stop him from getting a double double. I'd hope.
do something.
Yeah.
But this is a fun series. Like just good for a ragtag Lakers squad of. I mean, I love my boy Marcus Smart. Uh, he shot 3-point really well. Good for Aiden playing well enough. Good for Hachimura. He very dependable, reliable. Kennard. So yeah, and good for Bronny James too. Like played a couple of meaningful possessions and had a sick alley-oop layup finish from LeBron.
I
That was
mean,
dope.
it kind of goes to show that I mean, Bronny is, with all due respect, like he's not like a super good shooter or a super good defender, but if you can run the baselines, play good defense, like there's a role for you on a winning team. It's probably as like a minimum guy or a low end role player for now. We'll see how he develops. He's still young, but um, yeah, it kind of shows you if you do your job, you've got value. I mean, if you could hit your threes and play good defense and not turn the ball over, which he did a really good job of doing. Like, there's a spot for you in the NBA, and I thought it was really good. But to be honest, I was really impressed.
Yeah.
He's playing like it
Um,
was like game two, second quarter. I see Bronny James on the court. I was like, game's tied. Like, this is okay. Respect. And guess what? JJ Redick deserves his flowers because it worked.
yeah. Good for him. I mean, good to see the Lakers advancing. I'm really curious if Luca has any shot of coming back because this would be very fun.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like it, but who knows?
yeah. I kind of wish we were getting Thunder Spurs right now, and then Lakers two Wolves, so you could almost give
Mm,
time for those guys to come
for
back.
Luca. But at the same time, it feels appropriate for the Thunder and Spurs to be meeting each other at the top. Um, all right. Good stuff. Great first round. Love it. And man, this is our 99th pod. We got our 100th. We got to figure that one out.
Yeah, we do
We
it.
might have a
That
lot
was
of content by then.
yeah. We will
Um,
have a lot of content by then.
okay, Max, I'm gonna just shoot you a couple of like my favorite moments
Oh
of the first
yes,
round. Moments and slash thoughts. I'm gonna go in just like reverse order. There's no real order to this, but I have some different categories here. Some are just like, wow, what this is about a player. Some is just viral stuff. But first off, Joel Embiid just choosing to come back into the series and be arguably a top 10, 15 player in the NBA casually on one leg after getting his appendix removed just goes to speak to the talent that he has. And I thought he was going to be a hindrance to the Sixers, and he has proven to not be. So just shout out to Joel Embiid.
100% deserves tons of flowers. I actually think it's yeah. We probably didn't. I remember when we talked about the Sixers, I was like giving a lot of flowers to Maxey. Definitely deserve. Embiid deserves a lot of flowers too.
Yeah.
Because it was like the thing I was saying about Jalen Brown. Like the thing is, if Embiid's playing as well as Jalen Brown, and then you also have Tyrese Maxey, like it's kind of there's like a talent issue. There starts to be
Right.
like a for the Celtics.
Yeah. You're in some trouble. So shout out to Joel Embiid. I think the injury things have been tough. He's had just a tough go of it. I think there have been these stats. He's now missed more regular season games than he's played in the games he's been available in his career. So just good for him. Uh, next, this is kind of sappy, but Wemby was crying after a win against the Trailblazers. And Max, you know me, I'm a therapist. I love this. He said that he refuses to be burdened by hiding his emotions after crying, after getting some hate.
Bro.
Probably all these like red pill dudes saying that he's a pussy. And that's what you want from the future face of the league. And arguably the current face of the league, if they get it done this year, crying, does not care. Personally, I refuse to be burdened by hiding my emotions. What a bar.
He's
He was
21, man. He's 21 with that type of perspective. And I know we do a lot of Wemby glazing on the podcast, but very fortunate. But I think us as basketball fans are fortunate that the best basketball player upcoming here and who will be the best basketball player in the world for a very long time since it's like exhibiting all the traits that you'd want to see from like a guy who could really be an ambassador for the game for a really long time. And
Yeah, man. Um, and if we think about like who's been the best player for sure and like could be the best player over a span of like 5 seasons, I mean, Jokic is kind of in that, but it was LeBron and Steph, right? And then it was Kobe Bryant. It's not that many people, and but they all had this element. For Kobe, it was the obsession. For Steph, the baby-faced assassin, the cardio, the breath work. For LeBron, the overall statesmanship. Um, and so for Wemby to be displaying this at this age, just seems like he's not afraid of anybody. He's ready to go.
yeah, or no, we're
Um,
lucky. We're lucky to watch them. Yeah, I
um,
gotta get a jersey sooner rather than later, to be
yeah,
honest. And I don't buy jerseys. I don't buy jerseys ever. I've only had for basketball player. I've only had a Steph Curry jersey ever. So
I have
I've
this
had
guy
multiple.
here. I got JT, and I have an Aaron Baines jersey.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick,
Uh,
actually.
I don't know why, but
Dude, I have a
um,
friend who has a Juan Toscano Anderson jersey.
oh, that's fire.
Demon.
That's
I'm like,
love that.
you wasted $75, but it's so much hard. Like,
But in a way, you spent it well.
yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be a one of one.
yes, absolutely. Um, okay, my next best moment was Mitchell Robinson after the Knicks defeated the Hawks in the sixth game by 51 points, posted an AI generated video of a hamster singing. I think this was directed to Dyson Daniels. I encourage you to watch it as I'm not allowed to say one of the words in the video, but it is a hilarious video of a hamster singing, asking the Hawks why they are lame.
Oh,
So
I think I could piece together what the singing is
yes,
about. Okay,
and
okay.
he was subsequently fined $50,000, I believe. But objectively hilarious. Please check it out. Unreal video.
Bro, all I'm saying is Trump posting AI videos, ain't nothing happening. Mitchell Robinson posting AI videos, $50,000 fine, man.
Right. So good. Yeah. Um, Next, back to like basketball passion. Sorry, I got a few of these. But Jamal Shed,
Mhm.
he forced
Shit.
an 8-second violation on Donovan Mitchell in game four, and he like knew that he was gonna force it. And this was like the swing game of, is this gonna be a 2-2 series? And the way that that crowd lit up and he knew that he had him was awesome. I think the team should take more advantage of this 8-second violation because a lot of people be dribbling the ball up at 17 and it's like, yo, press him a little bit. And so he did that and it won them the game effectively.
And I think he's shown that for a long time. I don't know if you remember his rookie season. Like he couldn't play a lick of offense, and he still is not a great offensive player, but he was just having to be like this defensive monster. And he was not a high pick at all, right? Like he needed to do that to get onto the Raptors. But I respect the way he's just like let that continue be the focal point of his game. And that's what continues to keep him in this Raptors lineup. It's not his scoring. Sure as hell's not his scoring, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's he's really high IQ player. I forgot where he went to college. I remember watching him in college and him being a multiple year guy. And one of our friends, Noah Haynes,
Mm.
who's been on this pod, uh, totally mentioned him. He was like, dude, like this Shed kid is good. And I was like, dang. I was like, Sheed. I was like, I don't know how to say
Yeah.
his name. Jamal Sheed. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, he's that's the only reason I know how to pronounce his name. But yeah,
Mm.
anyways, I think he's a great player. I think he's awesome. He's electric. He's honestly him and Davian Mitchell feel
Yes. Yeah, they have a similar vibe.
yeah.
I agree with that significantly.
Shed better
Um,
defensively somehow because Davion Mitchell's a very good defender, but
right. Um, Okay, so my next shout out was, oh, what was his name? I feel bad for not knowing his name. But Jalen Duren got dunked on so bad. He got dunked on so bad, and then Angel Reese
It was Wendell
posted.
Carter. Wendell Carter dunked
Was it
on him.
Wendell Carter?
I think it was.
I thought it was a bench guy that scored that
Oh,
dunked
Jamal
on him.
Cain. Was it
Jamal
Jamal
Cain.
Cain? Yeah,
That was the guy. That was hilarious, and it just speaks to the it encapsulated the series that Jalen Duren is having. And I do
yeah,
not believe that he is better than Kawhi Leonard.
yeah. No. I mean, it's hard. It's after the series, it's pretty tough. But my one rebuttal is Kawhi Leonard would have got hurt in game one. So
Yeah, and Kawhi Leonard didn't play. He's not here, so
yeah,
he's in
yeah.
Cancun on three.
I mean, probably would have had a shot to play in this series if one of his teammates was Cade Cunningham. But
Also, yes, very true.
yeah, no, I saw that poster. NBA Twitter is a hilarious place.
It's so good. All right, I got four more. The fourth one we kind of talked about this, but the whole LeBron James sequence where he pokes the ball away from Reed Shepherd, gets the ball back, kind of fumbles it, tips it out to Luke Kennard. Kennard passes it back to him, kind of does a half pump fake, gets two Rockets players by him, I think Eason and Şengün, and then just bangs a three to send it to OT. Sick. Vintage.
I think that was my favorite play of the playoffs because also it felt like he knew because to be fair, the Rockets would go on to win the next two games. So if they lose that game three, the series looks way different, and we might be
Way
talking about
different.
a game seven right now. And I
Yeah.
think it almost felt like LeBron had this sense of urgency that everyone on the court did not have, and Reed Shepherd pissed his pants,
Hmm.
and it was kind of an encapsulation of like the problems with Reed Shepherd, where it's like, dude, like I know you can shoot the ball, but if you can do not, if you can't get the ball up in that situation, like you shouldn't be on the court, man. We should
Yeah.
because you could pass
Yeah.
with, and to be fair, Reed Shepherd will never make that mistake again. That's also
Never.
another thing. Like Reed Shepherd will never mess up like that again. But
Never.
like to not be able to get the ball up in that situation was kind of insane. But it was a testament to LeBron more than everything.
Exactly.
And that was actually my favorite. That was my favorite play of these whole playoffs.
That was great. I had an honorable mention for Jason Tatum also hitting a clutch three, but that will not occur unless the Celtics win. So gonna
Well,
skip that. Um, my third to last one is the Halliburton last shot recreations that have happened in this first round with Paolo and now RJ
RJ,
Barrett, where
yeah.
it insane. Both of them, like magnet ball type demon stuff. It's nuts.
There's
Love
got to
it.
be some shot doctor out there who could tell us about like the difference launch trajectory because those are all guys kind
Physics.
of flatter shots, right? So I guess it kind of makes sense that you'd have some of those balls that go up with weird. I don't know.
Right. And it has to hit the heel at the perfect angle for it to bounce exactly up. And not the same as the Kawhi shot where it hit the side of the rim and then the side and then the side and the side. But sick. Um, my second favorite one was Mike Conley realizing that he had messed up by passing the ball ahead to Jaden McDaniels after they knew that they'd won the game and realizing, ah, shoot, should not have done that. And Jaden McDaniels dunking or laying the
Yes.
ball in, and Jokic getting pissed. Hilarious.
Yeah. Jaden McDaniels is so funny.
So good.
Jaden McDaniels is like if Dylan Brooks could back up all the stuff you were saying. Like, and
Yeah, yeah,
By the way,
right.
Jaden McDaniels has worse stuff than Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Dylan,
him going at all the Nuggets defenders.
they're all bad
They're all
defenders.
bad.
Go at all of them. They're all bad. He like
They're all
talks like
bad.
that monotone voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go at all the bad defenders. Jokic, bad defender. Murray, I'm like, dude, you're a demon. Like, this is great. But you know what? When you play like he did in Game 7, and you play like he did in all the series, like, dude, and guess what? He's due for another section extension in a year or two. He already just made 100 mil off a contract. He's gonna get 150 mil off the next contract. This guy's gonna make 350 mil by the time his career's over, just being a goated wing player and just
Yeah.
talking shit. And
Yeah.
like,
Gotta love it.
good for him.
Gotta love it.
And his X factor also is just like
Yeah.
it's stuff like that where he dunks at the end of games where you're like, dude, you're a lunatic, but this is
Yeah.
like that's the edge. That's the like
Psychopath.
you need a guy like that to convince you that you're gonna beat Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets in Game 6 without Anthony Edwards.
Right.
You need
He's
to
like,
do the
get on my back.
We're not, yeah, we're not. And it's like get on my back isn't me scoring 35.
Right.
It's me just
Even
like
though it was him
yeah,
scoring
it
35,
was
but
him,
it doesn't
but
have to
it's
be.
like it doesn't have to be it because I mean it's me holding Jamal Murray to 30% from the field, really. Like that's like the setting the tone. And then he scores 35 against Jaden McDaniels. It's
So
nice.
good.
It's just
So
nice.
good. Um, my final favorite moment of the playoffs was also Timberwolves Nuggets. The Timberwolves were only up by 13 at this point, and Rudy Gobert shot a three. Just amazing. Like that's what you do when you're up by 30 with 3 minutes to go. And he shot a three. It missed. The crowd was ready to go nuts, and they won the game anyways.
That's I think maybe my favorite one. Was it game one or game two where McDaniels just pushed Jokic in the back for no reason? What was that thing, dude? I think that might have been my. I'm trying to that just popped back up where he literally like Jokic had his back to the McDaniels just like, did the two-hand push.
So good.
I
No
think that
love
might have.
lost.
Yeah, I think that might have been some of my favorite. I'm like, bro, like there's no reason to do that. Like,
Just
and I think they
hilarious.
interviewed him after, and they're like, "Why'd you do that?" And he's like, "Oh, I knew I had a second tech to take." It's like, yeah, like everyone's got a. That's insane.
That's
Everyone's got a second
yeah.
tech
Good
to
for him,
take.
bro. Bro, you only get five in the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
Don't be wasting them for suspension.
it was just cracking me up.
So
Well,
good.
I think that wraps up this podcast. This is gonna be a longer one.
Yeah. Beast of a podcast. Heck yeah. Anything else, Max?
Not much. Next one either will be episode 100 or it might be episode 101 if we need to buy us some time for a
Hmm.
good episode 100. Just flagging that for the audience. With
Valid.
that, I think that's about it for episode 99. Kind of crazy.
We love y'all. Sometimes, usually we're spitting hoops. Tonight, I will be shitting hoops. I'm
Tonight
scared.
for shitting bricks. We're out.
Please do a wellness check on me if we don't do too well tonight. Love y'all.
Peace.